Social shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I may just be myself, so hit me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thugs in harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Yo. What's going on, people, man? We're back in the building. Hope everyone's doing well this afternoon. Hope everyone is blessed, man. I hope everyone's had a good start to their day like I have. Of course, you guys already know the vibes, you know the ties, guys. We are en route to 2K. We're en route to 2,000 subscribers. As you can see, we're on 1622. So anyone who hasn't subscribed to the channel already, please make sure you do so, man. Please make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Heck, I'm not asking you to keep me in your notifications. Just hit the subscribe button. You never know. There might be a show, a match reaction, or something that you might like over here on GT. Now, today we're here to talk about the man that's been spoken about over the last couple of days, I would say. Of course, I've got Jerry and Enz. Now, you guys already know, if you watched Enz's show yesterday, we did speak on Szoboszlai. We did speak about him and the way that, you know, some fans out there have been kind of talking about him, whether that means he's been misprofiled, whether that they feel that he's been misfiring, you know, this season. So I said, you know what, let's delve into that. You know, let's take a look at the man. Let's take a look at, you know, what he's been doing, you know, since he joined Liverpool and obviously at previous clubs, RB Leipzig, you know, for Hungary as well, and just kind of delve into, you know, all of that. And maybe we can get to this kind of final resolution, you know, in terms of the player. And maybe, just maybe, it's only been 5 games. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's only been the 5 games, and then we can really judge him later on. But Jerry and Enz, man, how you guys doing this afternoon, man? Love for joining in.
Big up, bro. Appreciate the invite, man. Good, man. Chilling, bro. Came back from the gym, relaxed, feeling good.
What'd you work on today? What'd you work on today in the gym?
Chest day today, bro. You know what I mean?
Chest day.
Come on. I mean, strong blood. Big chest. All good, bro. Honestly, man, all good. Family's good, feeling good. Liverpool just needs to get back to winning ways, man. Can't wait to have this conversation as well, man.
Nah, of course, man. Of course. Love. Jerry, man. How you doing, my bro? What are you telling me?
I'm calm, man. I'm calm. I'm here. That's one thing I need to do today, man. I need to go to the gym, bro. I've been slacking. Slacking. You see with me, I'm someone like, if I've got like a purpose, it's like when I was like doing the marathon, I was on it. But when I haven't got a purpose, it's like, why am I like, you fall out of the routine and I need a goal. So for me, I need to find a goal. Like that's what I'm doing. So I need to find a goal and then I can go and kind of pursue it. And obviously,
go on. Sorry. No.
Now I was going to say, I had the gym right under my nose. I left that gym to be a bit more, you know, cost effective and wise. I was spending too much P at a certain gym. I'm not even going to give them any promo, but way too much P. And other gyms a bit further in it. It means that it's a bit more effort. You know, you realize that, now I've got to drive in, I've got a cycle, but the cycle will be about 30 minutes and the drive will be about 10, and it just becomes a bit of a problem. Not a problem, just a bit of laziness, if we're being honest. But apart from that, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nah, man. No, what I was going to say was, so obviously you kind of answered it anyway, was you feel like you're one of those individuals when you do have some type of target or motivation, like for example, if you're running for marathon or just in general, you got something that's kind of coming up, you'll really be on going to the gym, like, yo, every day, 5 p.m., whatever time you go, that's you kind of thing. As
I'm a morning. Do you know what it is? I used to be an evening guy, but I became a morning guy. Like 6 a.m. I'm there, like 7 a.m.
Okay.
There. So by the time I've done everything, by the time people are waking up, that type of mentality. So when I've got a goal, 100%, and I can become obsessed within it, I become obsessive with things. But when, you know, I had the marathon and then I stopped and then I was injured because I ran this and I played football and my meniscus and this, and all of a sudden, you know, you don't go and you fall out of the routine.
Yeah.
I need to get back into that routine. So all it is I know I'm slacking myself. I'm not even slacking like that because what do you know what I mean? I probably do more than other people, but for me, I'm slacking in comparison to what I was doing. So I need to just, again, find something that I can obsess over again and be like, cool, yeah, that's my thing.
Nah, man, I feel. What about you, Eds, man? Are you like that as well, or are you a morning person? Are you an evening person?
It has to be the morning, bro. I want to get everything done as early as possible, man. It gives me the rest of the day, bro. And that's why sometimes I'm like, bro, I feel like I've done so much today, but it's still early in the day and there's still more to do. But yeah, man, I'm with Jay on it, man. If I fall out the routine of it, that's the hardest part, bro. But when I'm locked in and there's a routine, yeah, it's a long day, bro. But yeah, man, the gym is needed, bro. Gym's needed 110%. Yeah, helps the mental, helps the physical, everything, bro. And I just like going as well when it's clear as well, because there's too many. I don't like people much in it, so there's too many people in it. I just want to get in there and work, bro, and get out, in and out, bro.
That's you know how jokes that even sounds like. I don't even like people, you know. Jesus Christ, man. Here's another gym body, you know. Here's another individual, of course, who, you know, lives, eats, breathes the gym. Savage, big up, my bro. Love for joining this afternoon, man. What you say, man?
Big up, man. Sorry I'm late, bro. I was finishing off that conversation.
No.
You been on it for long?
No, literally 9 minutes. Okay. Like literally, and 4 of those I think was just me doing the intro. So it wasn't even.
Good, man.
Yeah, man. How's your morning, man? All
right, man. I feel like I've been up for about half a day already, blood. It's one of those ones.
Savage sounds like it, bro.
Bro, long, bro. I swear, man. It's all good, man. Little training in the gymnasium, all the vibes.
Say no more. I asked these two as well. What did you do in the gym today?
Strength and conditioning today. I done a little bit of back and biceps, lighting the weight, and then everything else was like functional and plyometric stuff. Trying to get fit, man. Like proper fit, though, innit? Like fuck all the. Can't bother with the weightlifting thing. That's boring me, bro. Like I'm trying.
I hear.
I mean, you know, because we're all like we're young, but like if you started training around school times and that, I've been training for fucking time, bro. Like 20 plus years and it's just been a lot of it's been the same stuff. And obviously I don't play football anymore, so I really want to I can feel it now, man. Just walking around with heavy muscles on my tendons and that, bro. It don't feel good still. I don't like it. The ego's gone, bro. I don't care anymore, bro. I couldn't even give a damn if anyone says you look big anymore. I don't care, bro. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Slim down and that stuff. Yeah, blood, because there ain't that many older henchmen walking around, blood. So that's
nah. There was
functional. He's trying to be functional. You seen Batista from WWE. You see how much he slimmed down.
Exactly. Slim down, bro. He looked like I thought there was something wrong. I can't lie. I thought there was something wrong.
Thing is as well. Mad thing is, you know, he's still weighing like 250 pounds. Like,
yeah, it's 240
kg.
Serious? Oh, okay.
He's that big.
Yeah, man. It's one of them. Like, I hear him still. It ain't good for you, man. And as I said, man, I know a couple of older guys who are like hench in the bodybuilding gyms and that, bro. But them man's on steroids and that as well. But I don't know anyone else who's just walking around. Then the pecs turn into saggy titties when they're old, and I ain't trying to see that still.
you know what? I don't know. Maybe it might have even been yourself, Savage.
Yeah.
I think you either you showed me or I was telling you about this. One of these powerlifters. Obviously, he's old now, and there was a video of him, and I think he was doing maybe a meet and greet or some type of interview or whatever it was. Donnie was like, he couldn't even walk. Like he had to walk with like 2 walking
Tony Coleman.
Yes, okay, was he? Yeah. I was thinking,
the old broke up, bro. One of them lost his legs. One can't walk properly, bro. About 5 of them. I went. I think it was Body Power 2017, and obviously I was doing the meet and greets and meeting all these people and stuff like that, bro. 5 of the bodybuilders I took a picture with, 4 of them are dead, and the other one's Phil Heath, bro, who was the champ. The rest of them are dead, blood. They all died in COVID and they're all like 45. So fuck that. Over the steroids don't mix, boy. You get me?
The one you got to look at for me, and he's like my idol at that age, innit, is Shannon Sharp, bro.
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp. I've never seen a brother touching 60 look like that.
Uncle Shannon.
Mr. Clapping Cheeks on Insta and that.
Yeah. Mr. Cheeks.
Mister, don't run away from me now. You know what type of ninja I am. You know what type of ninja I am.
You're right though. Shannon's in mad shapes though.
Ridiculous, but it's obviously functional because of the NFL. So
of course,
he's got that. I know he's obviously much bigger than he was, but you can see he's still doing all that functional nonsense and stuff. So you could probably still jump and run and kick faster than most men, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm with it,
man. That's listen, man. Guys, listen. There's a lesson for you guys, man. That's why I wanted to chop it up because I was intrigued to hear because all like the three guys on the panel, like they're all at somewhat different stages, so to speak, and I would say like I'm at like that beginning stage. So I like listening to how everybody kind of takes to the gym, their kind of journey to the gym as well, but also listening to you guys have all come with the same kind of common thing, which is, guys, let's at least be functional at the bare minimum. And I kind of wanted that to be a message to people as well, that I'm not here to tell anybody what not to do and what to do in the gym. That's your business. Yeah, I mean, whatever you're doing in life, that's obviously going to be down to you. But you guys have seen the evidence. Yeah, I mean, you've seen both sides of the evidence. You've seen guys who can't walk at the age of 45, 50 to guys like Shannon Sharp, as Jerry said, who are, 50, 60, whatever it is, and look how functional, they are as individuals. So, yeah, but this is kind of a lesson to the people.
Better than me as well, bro, because I can't just, I'm going to be in the gym every day, always, anyway. But when it comes to, like, going on the upper level and that, bruv, I have to make stuff in my head to work towards, bruv. I ain't got no... I'll just make up some competition that I got him. I ain't got no damn competition, blood.
So, yeah, I'm about to do a little 10K thing.
I got no goals but to live, blood. I'd be functional, but sometimes you don't feel enough, so I just have to make shit up, blood. Like, yo, I want to fight.
You know what? I'm gonna steal that phrase. No goals but to live.
You start looking at a brother on the bench next to you, and
you're
doing 100 kg. Bruv, F that, bro. I'm doing 105 kg, and I'm watching you when I'm doing it. Legs in the air and that.
That's what it is, bro. I was hello to you in the gym and that, bro. But in my head, he said, "You're a prick, bro, and I'm fighting you next May, blood." I said, "I ain't safe, bro.
Man said in my head, he said, "You're a prick."
Yeah, bro. I tell you what, I'm not joking, bro. No weird shit. See what motivates me in the gym now, because motivation is nothing really. You just need to be disciplined. It's gal, bro. But not like, not just like, fire things and I got a girl, blood. I'm on about the things that are like, they look good and that, but they're training mad, blood. Like them ones, I'll go to leave the gym and I see there's one thing in the gym that she keeps curling like 18 kg and I said, nah.
Yeah, give me a dumbbell. Give me.
I'll throw that next to me, blood. Let me pick up the something heavier. Something I don't even want to do, blood.
I was about to say, you don't even want to do it. You don't even want to
pick up a 30 for no reason.
If she's on an 18, you've got to grab the 30s and just all of a sudden try to do strict form.
Yeah, tear off my whole bicep, you know.
Just because man don't want to be. Hey, no. If someone, I wish. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys. I might think of doing like a series like that, like Gym Chronicles, because some of the things that people do in the gym and some of the things that you guys have said that you think about in your head, I swear it is comedy.
Listen to this, yeah. I remember I was in the gym. This was like the gym, innit? It was one of the obviously the chains and that. Popped in there. There was a brother in there, and obviously there was a brother that looked like him, and he was called like me and my boy. Paused, but we called him Backer because his back was mad wide, like as in he was a proper gym man, innit? And then there was a smaller version, and we called him Little Backer just because he was there. Cool, we called him Little Backer. So this brother, and shout out to Toby because he knows what I'm talking about. He'll probably be watching this now as well. We're in the gym, yeah, and we can see him just loading up like this loading up this obviously the weights onto obviously this onto the barbell. He's about to do like deadlifts and that, and like he's looking at Trey Nyoni build, innit? Mad skinny, mad this. He slapped on that 4 plates on each side. No brace, no nothing, no chalk. You know what I mean? Just in whatever he was wearing. I think he was wearing Air Forces as well, so the footwear's all wrong. Man's gone, yeah. I can see him in the back because obviously I can see him in the mirror behind me because I'm doing shoulders at the time or whatnot, whatever it was. My man leans over, yeah, goes to pull this thing, and the thing's not moving at all. Like, you can't even adjust it. I'm like, and you're looking around thinking, are you all right? But you know, this thing in gym, especially those gyms, if you approach, man, it's a bit of a violation. Like, bruv, you need to be doing it. It's like, cool, you have to just wait for a man to, do you know what I mean? And if he's a bit younger, you can kind of approach him. Cool, he's gone to go and lift this. And you know it's looking wrong. And me and my boy were like, bruv, he's gonna break his neck. And you obviously said it as a joke, innit? Man's gone and tried to lift it. All you hear is, ah! I've never heard a school like that in the gym, yeah? You know, everyone looked around like the weight didn't even lift that high. Obviously, it just lit, and then it come off the floor a bit, he dropped it. Everyone's looking around. And man's like, man just had to walk out the gym holding his back, you know? Like,
But you see,
he didn't put anything away. He didn't put anything away. Obviously, this is like a proper open plan that you can see the windows in it. So as he's
loose.
Every man's watching him just walk out of the gym, like tears in his eyes, in it, like holding his back. My man's obviously like 18 or whatever, 19. The creases in that gym that day was hilarious. I think I was there for 4 hours just laughing about it.
That's one thing I always.
Final.
That's one thing I always say about people when you go to the. I feel like I get it. I do get it. Yeah, in terms of the ego. Sometimes it's as Savage said. Sometimes it's like, brother, you can't be doing. And I'm looking at you, and I'm only doing XYZ, for example, right? But sometimes, bro, I beg. Just stay in your lane, because you see, after, like Jerry just said there, Jerry's busted up for a good 3-4 hours about your pain. You know, you're going home in pain, like in serious pain.
Bro, he's
Jerry's busting up.
Blood. That's not.
He's going exactly, bro. A&E, bro.
Something's missing up his back right
now. That is,
bro. Something is missing, bro.
You don't see him for a while. You don't see him for a while. He comes back. Obviously, this gym. You know, when you go at a certain time, you go to the same gym. You start seeing the same faces,
same people.
Yeah.
He didn't come back for like 3 months, and when he came back, he never went and done that exercise again. I never saw him say that.
You know, you're traumatized.
He was never near the squatting rack. He was doing the machines. He'd go and do a little jog, and he's cutting. And from there, I was like,
bro, I would take that as a mission, you know, bro. I have to.
Facts. Yeah, man, gotta go back.
Yeah,
to
what
that.
you killed me last time? Now I'm back in, bro. Let me.
He's probably scared of that pain, man. But that's what happens, bro. Humans are mad arrogant, bro. So everyone just thinks they can see people do stuff, and then that means I can do it. But, bro, some work went into that, bro. You can't just do it, bro.
Yeah, you can't just do it.
I stay in my lane, blood, and just do my thing that I know works for me, bro. I ain't out here trying. I see man doing some crazy shit. Man's coming up to me asking me like, "Yo," I said, "Bro, it's for me. Can't do what I'm doing. Do your own thing. I can't help you, bro. Just, you know what I mean, train your own weights. Start trying to lift what I'm lifting, and just do your own thing, bro."
Nah, man, of course. Before we get into this Szoboszlai conversation,
the worst thing about it as well,
we
move on to this conversation. You know, man, I like this with ball as well. They'll look at Szoboszlai, they'll look at a certain number 8, get the ball in a certain position, be like, he should have done this. 9 times out of 10, like, can you do 10 kick-ups? Man can't do 5. Bro.
No, I told you, if you can't do 10 kick-ups, we're not
things you
having
can't
do. G10 people on the curriculum.
Yeah, sorry, 10 kick-ups on the Cruyff term.
I told you, man.
I only just picked Cruyff term just because it was the easiest thing.
Brother, I guarantee you, 90% of man can't do 5. They'll be like 1, 2, and the ball goes, sorry. Like, do you know what I mean? Start running
Let me start it.
I started this thing in my other group, innit, with the man them. There's about 17, 18. They're different support. Bro, I said before we can even entertain any conversation, man them have to send in videos of doing kick-ups. I started at 10. But I was like, 20. Some man there was one video. I swear, I don't want to bait my boy up. No, bro, it felt like he was fighting the fence. Like, you know when it's small shot?
That's it.
But they're just using one foot at this point just to reach.
The ball's not in shot enough for me to... Yeah, it didn't feel like it was in shot enough for me to go. But man sending their videos, bro. And I'm like, all right, cool. Everyone, but there's some man that still haven't sent in a video. And from that,
because they're still doing the training and trying to edit.
I'm not entertaining your conversation with football or take your opinion unless that video comes in, bro. Send the video in of you doing
hilarious.
That. And then
it was mad hilarious. I remember I saw a video. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't give a toss, bro. So a guy was recording Roms, yeah, and Roms done like, I don't know, I think he was wearing tracksuit and he done like 20 kick-ups, 30 kick-ups. So he told him to do 50 kick-ups. Roms did 50 kick-ups and the guy was like, see, bruv, this is what you call, you should have been in the Prem. You should have been in the Prem. I was like, brother, because I haven't done 50 kick-ups. Hey, guy, what are you doing, brother? What can you do then?
That's probably because, again, I don't know, but I'm going to assume that, because I know Roms can, because I see Rose kickball, but I don't know about a gal. Maybe he can't do a certain amount.
But then
So
I don't
in
hear
his
you
eyes,
chatting about. I don't hear you chatting about Haaland's cooked because he didn't score in this game, and like Martinelli, brother, come on. At this point, you got to be in awe of it. You got to be like, rah, he might not be as good as this man, but he's still really good. That's what.
You know what I found mad, yeah. Sorry guys, I know we're going off on a tangent, but you know what I found mad about football in terms of opinions. I don't know, Jay, you might have seen it, NG might have seen it, Savage, you might have seen it. There's a video that's gone round of Tom Cleverley. You know he's managing now, right?
Yeah.
Video
that
of
was
him,
great, but tech baller. That's
bro,
cleverly,
man. The ball
in the cleverly though. You see what it is though?
Cleverly. Mad.
Have you man seen it? Ends and
yeah.
Bro, man, hoofed the ball. They were like, it was just, I can't remember who the other, I don't know who the other guy was.
Kiko Femenina. The fullback.
Okay. So I didn't even know. But I see, man, hoofed the ball to Cleverly. Bro, touch, control, hoofed it straight back. Touch, control, hoofed it back.
That's because man, I got Watford Cleverly in the head, but like you didn't play for Man U and that blood. Like,
bro, no, but Savage, you're talking about, this is a professional footballer, regardless of where he even played. We're talking about, and obviously, let's even add in the caveat of, he also played for Manchester United prior to even going to Watford. Man, act like some of these guys, and this is why sometimes when we have obviously sometimes this banter, of course it is, we'll diss certain players, and that's all cool, and to be honest, I'll be real, everyone on the screen plus Cav, Ish Roms, anyways, the rest of you I don't really know, but I like, outside of everyone else, like in that kind of regards, when you guys speak about ball at times, I do have to question it at times, because I'm sitting here and I'm trying to wonder to myself, but can you do even just the simplest of thing? And by the way, I'm not asking you to be able to run around for 90 minutes with professional footballers, because I don't know many people who can even do that now, but I'm just at least saying, but can you at least do 10 kick-ups on a cross turn? No, can you do the doggies? Can you dribble around cones? Like,
this is why you see, when I'm looking at a certain, I'm not going to talk about the players or this player, right? But I'm talking about the basics. Yeah, can you see what a Cleverly's doing? And there's a certain player that I know that will struggle to go and do that. That's what infuriates me. That you play football every single day. Like, listen, if I played football every single day, how sharp I would be. Like, but people don't deep it. Imagine, bro, it's like with G with the streaming. G streams every single day. N streams every single day. Savage streams every single day, more or less. Bruv, you man that are in the chat wouldn't be able to go and operate and do everything and do all the editing and this overlay and that. You just wouldn't be able to go and do it. But G's it's easy. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you don't know on something or you haven't done it, you need to just, I mean.
But it takes practice though, Jerry. All of this stuff, like, you think what man was doing all of this? Bro,
some people are lazy though, bro. They don't want to research nothing either, bro. That's why I was
exactly.
The lazy punditry and that, bro. I'm like, yo, you can't just. Most pundits on TV, I think all the pundits on TV actually probably played football on it at some kind of level, bro. So you know certain things, bro. That's why I stopped doing thingy, bro. I was doing MMA on my channel. I stopped, blood. And I've fought before, bro. But I was like, nah, I don't feel comfortable, blood. Like, let me just talk about it as a fan, because me telling man he should have got out of the armbar and lifted up his hips and all that. I'm like, bruv, I've been in that pain and it ain't that easy. Bro. Bro, your brain shuts down, you know, blood. Like, yo, all I can think about is man snapping my arm. Fuck my hips, blood. I'm just trying to drag my arm away, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm probably best not to talk about this, even though I trained doing it, bro. But some men just talk about bare stuff and they haven't done anything, bro. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Just let it be known, and he's just doing the fan thing, and that's it, bro.
Yeah, but and there's nothing. Listen, we can get into that.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying. Some people,
there's nothing wrong with that. Bro.
That's what Finger does, isn't it? That's why Finger is so popular. Expressions, bro. You don't go into all the details and all that, bro.
Yes,
that's fun, bro.
Yeah. He's not going to be sitting there trying to do 1-2 analysis about,
exactly.
This guy should have made the third man run and bro, he's just telling you his own opinion on the game as a normal fan. Yeah, it's true. It's actually true, man. But guys, obviously, we're here to talk about Szoboszlai, and obviously, a little bit of what we're talking about kind of fits, into that, in regards to the way that people have spoken about him over the last couple of match days, to be honest, especially AC Milan and the Nottingham Forest game. Kind of missing out, everything he's done prior to that, but fairs, okay, we live in the here and now, and we're here to talk about, him in a general sense. This is obviously his stats from this season, so he's got 1 goal and he's got 2 assists, so 3 GA, if you want to say it like that, this season in 5 games, which I think is pretty good for a midfielder.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, especially after this amount of games.
Yeah.
That's obviously his heat map. You guys can see there. Chat to me about Szoboszlai, just in a general, in your own opinion. Obviously, I know we spoke on Enzo's show yesterday in terms of what the expectation was when he first joined to what we think of him now. But when you are looking at a player just in slot system, because there's not really any point trying to delve too much into what he was doing before in a slot system, and I'll start off with you, Enz. What do you think is his role in the team? And just give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, nice call. I think it's a difficult one, man, because obviously he's meant to be the 10, but he does a lot more the work, more like a box-to-box midfielder than an actual staying in between the lines and trying to turn and then thread through balls and playing it out to the wing. So I think I'd just look at him now as more of a box-to-box. I don't want to use the word utility because I feel like it undervalues what he actually offers in the team. But he just operates off the right-hand side. He drops into the 10 for times, and then sometimes he drops into the double pivot, and then the midfield three kind of rotates, and maybe McAllister then picks up a bit more of a forward role. But yeah, I think that's all he's needed in this team currently to do. I don't think he's utilized in a way for like a Martin Odegaard or anything like that. I don't think he's utilized as an out-and-out 10. He's more of an 8, but he's meant to be the one more further forward with the press and then create within that. I don't know, man. I don't know what exactly Slot wants him to kind of do, but clearly he's doing what he wants him to do from what we've seen because he started all the games. He doesn't really like take him off or anything like that. And you're right, looking at his heat map, man, you can see that he covers pretty much that middle third of the pitch. He's just operates there, drops in, helps defend, help attack. Most of the red shadows, you'd say more on the right-hand side. He played left for Man United, left-hand side of the 8 against Man United. But yeah, I think looking at the GAs, and I think for a midfielder, you probably just use that in it as a midfielder, goals and assists. That's your requirement, chip in and help the team. I think that's good, I think sometimes maybe we look at him and say, can he offer more from an attacking sense in the final third? Yeah, I think he can do definitely better. But it's new. It's not a new position as such for him, but it's new with the new manager and the new setup, what his job role and the requirement is. So, I mean, that's fine, man. I think if that was after I don't know, maybe 10, 15 games and that was the kind of numbers still, yeah, there's only so much you can do and run and stuff like that. But you get the more forward role, you got to chip in a bit more. Do you know what I mean? I love the work rate, but if it's after 10 games and 15 games and it's 1 goal and 2 assists, yeah, I think, bro, you need a bit more. But currently, 5 games, that's cool, man. 1 goal in the Champions League, 1 game, 2 assists in the Prem. Just needs to shoot a bit more, maybe without a goal or a couple more assists still.
Nah, man. I fully hear it, man. Jerry, you see the role, obviously, that we're seeing him this season, right? Do you think it's that much different to what he was doing last season? And if so, what are the differences? If not, then yeah, fair enough. But do you think it's that much different?
I think it is slightly. I think it is slightly different. I think he's still positioned on that right hand side. Of course, because it's a 10, but it's not like a 4-2-3-1. He's dead in the center, innit? He drifts over to the right. You used to have Iniesta that will drift over to the left a bit, innit? So it was like that's the type of role he's doing. I think it's similar because of the type of player that he is, innit? Like, I don't think you're in situations often where you've got a player and the way he plays changes completely, innit? Like in a system. Like Salah's still going to be Salah, even though he's in a different system. Like he might be in a different position, but he will still be Salah. So he's still going to make the runs from out to in. He's still going to try cut inside. He's still going to try and shoot. Szoboszlai, from what we've seen in the Liverpool top, he's a runner, innit? He's got a lot of energy. He's a runner. He's the engine in that Liverpool team. So he's still providing that, but I guess he's got a bit more license to get forward. Hence why, as Anne said, he's been in positions where he could have shot and maybe he didn't, or you could add a couple more assists and stuff. So yeah, it's changed in that regard. Apart from that, I think Slot is trying to change stuff gradually, as opposed to going and doing like this 360, like 180-degree turn and making us go in a completely different direction. I think you're seeing slow changes. So he's still kind of open to the fact that, all right, cool, the players are going to try and play a ball over the top sometimes. In 2 years' time, I think it will be completely different. I think the way Liverpool will play will be completely different. I think for now, and the types of players we've got and what they're used to, you've got to try and keep a semblance of just normality and some consistency in comparison to what's happened before. So those are the biggest changes, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, he's started off the season in the same way he started off last season in terms of like output wise. I guess when I look at it, he's got 2 assists, 1 goal in 5 games. That's not bad. That's not bad. If you were to compile that over 30 games, you're looking at 10 goals, 10 assists, 8 goals, 10 assists in all comps, something like that. Which for any midfielder, that's good. Those are decent numbers, isn't it?
No, man, I totally agree, man. Savage, man. I come to you. So obviously, this is him. I know you've watched you watched Bundesliga in it, so you'll probably be able to tell us a bit more as well. This is obviously him in the season just before we signed him. Obviously, different role, different team, of course, different tactics and all that kind of stuff. 10 goals, 13 assists, 23 GA in 46 games. Now, obviously, from you watching him, and again, I don't know what Klopp's point system is, or what his kind of list and options are in terms of, okay, this is what I need, this is what I'm looking for, etc., etc. But just an educated guess, right? From this, say, this kind of statistics that we saw, and also mainly looking at that heat map where you can see quite, I would say, the same-ish, but looks like it's more further forward on that right-hand side. It looks like he's almost playing right wing, almost. But again, you can kind of let me know better. To what we've then seen here, do you think that, I don't want to use the word regress, because obviously maybe the roles have changed, but were you happy with his first season after watching him for however many seasons, kind of thing? Or do you think that there was more obviously coming from, or that should be coming from him?
Oh yeah, I wasn't happy with his first season. I was taking it as it went. So the way he started the season was quite exciting. The kind of goals he was getting, the running power through the middle, and that he seemed a bit more assured of himself as well. Bit of arrogance to him, but like not in a bad way. It's almost like he knew how good he was. But then kind of found out like you might not be as good as you are because this is the Prem and you ain't got as much time on the ball. And I think that got him a little bit, especially with Liverpool coming up against low blocks and that. Seemed a bit confused in them kind of instances. So what I said of him in the Bundesliga, I didn't really see it for most of last season. But then I started to gather throughout the season when I saw how much defending he was doing. And I made the point early in the season that there was a point when I thought that him and Trent couldn't play together. Because I was like, Trent's basically doing the job that you want Szoboszlai to do. Trent's getting all the assists. Trent was pretty good. He was scoring goals and that before he was injured and that, and he was always in that area where Szobo plays right now. So I was like, well, naturally, if Trent pushes into that spot, someone's gonna have to cover him, and it's only going to be natural that he's the one who covers him, and that's when everyone started to say, oh, why is Klopp getting him to do the Hendo role? But obviously, at the same time, as a manager, you don't give a damn which one scores the goals or gets the assist. As long as it's done, that's all I care about. He was already known about his running stats and how like fit he is, and that I was talking about that before we even played the game for us. Obviously, the stuff that I didn't see in the Bundesliga, just because I don't watch every Leipzig game in it, so I was a bit shocked about how much running he could actually do. Because for the games that I watched most of the big games, and then the one-off Leipzig game against Frankfurt, someone like that. So, and more shot, I was like, okay, they might use him if they want to rest Salah as well and play him on the right wing. But what I saw him in the Bundesliga, I thought he plays better off the left, bro. Like, every time I saw him off the left, he looked way better. When he was on the right, he just felt like he was running into like corners all the time, like full speed, dopping the guy down the wing, and then the cross was over unsuccessful, or he'd run into the corner, and then he would end up playing it back out. So, this season, and then on what Slot wants from him, and I'm trying to keep it like that with every player, not based on what I want, because that's the reason why most people are probably disappointed. If you knew what he was like before, it's because you want him to play like that. Obviously, he didn't come to Liverpool for that reason. And I don't know, I sent you the article as well, just so you could see.
I just see.
I watched him talk about it, but off what Slot said and stuff, I think what Jerry said right is he does want him to play as a number 10. He does want him to be more creative and score more goals, but I don't think he's in a rush for it. I think he knows that it's going to take time for the team to play how he wants them to play.
And I think as well, just to add to that, I think he doesn't want his creativity to be to the detriment of everything else that he's doing.
Yeah,
so
and his defense first is slot. He wants defense.
Like when I don't know if are these stats from this season or just him in general. I don't know.
This is over. The F brief always is the last 365 days, so
okay,
it will include some of last season as well.
As an attacking midfielder, or as a more advanced midfielder, right? Those defensive stats are crazy.
Yeah,
like they're dumb. Like 89th percentile for midfielders.
This is this is him versus all the attacking midfielders in the world. So there's quite like Kevin De Bruyne was on there, Odegaard is on there.
Yeah, these are marginal for defense. Like,
yeah, so I bet his attacking stats don't match up to theirs, but his defensive stats are way better than theirs.
Yeah. Literally, when I looked at his attacking stats, don't match up to theirs, but defensive stats.
That's what I said about Klopp probably profiling him in a certain way.
Because that's what I'm saying. But then you go back, if you just go to the other slide as an example, that these are dumb as well. Like 99th percentile. Now you can't get better than the 99th percentile.
Yeah, 99. Yeah, it's true.
So in terms of that,
it's true.
Passing completed mid 99, passes attempted, bro. These are dumb.
These are like when you look at it, even like, do you know what I mean? Like when you're looking here, like he expected assists, expected goal, they're 76th percentile. So if you're expecting 10 goals, 10 assists from him, right? Based on what we're seeing, it's not like he's missing chances or he's in chances where he should create and his passes overhit and stuff. He's just not that type of midfielder. He's more of the, can we keep the ball? Can we retain possession? Like looking at those stats, this is very like, if someone told me those are Gini Wijnaldum stats, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. That's based on what happened last season, right?
There you have it.
Last season.
Yesterday, Wijnaldum, brother. That's what they're gonna use him as, bro. See this.
Yeah, see, look, attacking stats here in comparison to.
Slot's probably gonna have to find out more, because just because Slot said those things about him wanting to score the goals, and Slot might find out very quick that he might not be that person either, because I never brought him to the squad. So
yeah, very true.
For all we know, realistically, why would Slot have been watching him before he got to Liverpool? If he's got a team to manage himself, hasn't it?
Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No, I was saying he probably saw less than us. Obviously, Szoboszlai's got too much stuff to do, bro. So
yeah, there's no way he's watching that amount.
And if he's come to the squad and had a word with each player and stuff like that individually, and not obviously you got your own ideas of a player, but you ask them what they want from their team and what you think you're good at and all that stuff. He's giving him a chance in that role. You might feel like after a bit, he's needed in here because his pressing off the ball is ridiculous. Slot said that already. We might find out very quick that maybe I need to use him somewhere else then, because if I want a 10 who's going to be creative and stuff like that, then it's not that he's rubbish at it. It's just that I can do better. So why not just utilize somebody else there and use him doing the other job, and he can do it, bro.
Do you think this season, based on how we're using him more as the more advanced midfielder, do you think those numbers, the attacking numbers, would increase just based off of what we've seen so far? So he's got the 2 goals, the 1 assist. He's still reluctant to pull the trigger in some situations when he should. Do you think that they can improve the more and more he probably gets used to? The
likelihood is that the numbers will go up. I don't think there'll be like tremendous numbers for an attacking. I think they'll naturally go up. I just think that on the slot as well, we create less chances on it. So because we're recycling the ball a lot more and that, so less chances just by the law of averages, and less chances probably score less goals.
I think the problem you've got as well, right, is when you go and look at the top players as an attacking midfielder in the world, right, a lot of the time the team is very focused on them, like on the ball, right? So when you got De Bruyne is getting the ball at every opportunity. When we were creating with Trent and Robbo, because those are our creative, fullbacks at the time, they were getting the ball early, first time. Can you get the ball into the box as soon as possible? So they're putting in 20 crosses in a game. It might only get 1 assist, right? But they're given the license to go and do that. Szoboszlai, if the team was built around Szoboszlai, can you just go and create? I think those numbers would increase high. But when you've got increase a lot. But when you're in a team where you've got Salah, who's the main chief operator, where he's creating, and you've got Trent there, who's one of the main chief operators and stuff, you have to have the IQ to understand, all right, cool, I'm gonna have to go and do this role. Like, he's not. He can't come in and just be like, yeah, I'm going to be this main guy, because then cool, that's fine. But then Trent's not going to be Trent, and then Salah's not going to be Salah. You have to look at it's the same issues we've had with a certain forward, and when Trent had to go in midfield, and it changes your roles and it changes the expectations you've got on a player. So even like Robertson now, the role that he's doing for Liverpool, he's never going to go and get the assist that he did under Klopp. When you got 20 assists in like one season or whatever, 1 year, which is dumb. He's not gonna get that because of the role that he's doing for Slot. Doesn't mean he's not playing well, but it's a bit different in terms of his responsibility. He's got to understand, all right, cool. Well, we want to isolate Diaz 1v1 against the fullback. A lot of my runs are going to be inside runs, but the runs aren't going to be necessarily for me to get the ball. It's just to drag a player away to give him space. Now, do you know what I mean? He's not making no overlapping runs. He's not going to be like top 3 for assists and stuff, and you say it's difficult to compare them. And I think with Szoboszlai, like when you see him for Hungary, he looks like he's getting the ball all the time and he's creating madness. And he's the main man. Give me the ball, I'm here. I'm taking this free kick from here. I'm taking a shot from here, and no one's going to tell me otherwise. It's like with Salah when he's taking his shots, and you're like, why did you take a shot there? It's Salah, so of course he's going to go and do that because that's his role in the team. And I think. It's Gini Wijnaldum all over again, isn't it? Gini Wijnaldum in the Netherlands team, when he was playing, he took that upon himself. Like, no, I'm going to be this guy. I'm going to get forward. In the Liverpool game, you had to understand, like, all right, cool. Well, we've got players that are going to do that. I've got the IQ to understand. I'm going to drop in here and play here. And I think the fact that a number 10 is playing in this kind of number 8 role, and in a couple of games, even under Klopp, I've seen him become mad deep and almost play like a DM when you had 10 men against like Wolves or whatever, or Bournemouth, and he's dictating the game like that. It shows the ability he's got as a player. Like, hence why when G's saying, I have stocks in this guy, I've still got stocks, I fully get it, because you can't, like, Oxlade-Chamberlain never did that. As an example, right? He was very attacking. If you weren't attacking...
I'm just literally just...
No, go on.
He froze, I think.
I think he's frozen.
Oh,
no, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you guys 2 questions. It was Jerry was kind of going into it in terms of the Hungary thing. This is obviously the heat map for Hungary, but this is during the Euro qualification, so before the Euros, because it was 8 games as opposed to the 3 games that he played.
Pretty much during the Euros as well on the left.
That's what I was gonna ask you, was like, so there he's played on the left, kind of whatever position you want to say that is.
Yeah.
Here, this is his first season for RB Leipzig, obviously joining from Salzburg. Again, you can see it's on the left. Yeah. Then he's obviously moved more to, as the seasons have gone on, in that season that just before we bought him, right-hand side. And then obviously now you can see for Liverpool, he's more on the right central midfield kind of area. If you had to place a position for him, and this is open floor, where would you play him? Because remember, we had ends. I don't know if you remember, we were speaking, and remember I said to you about Szoboszlai. He's going to be the one where you just don't know where to put this guy. Like, I don't know what position I can really call him, because yes, we're saying number 10, but I'm literally now, as you guys are talking, I'm going online. I'm like, all right, let me just find number 10s. The number 10s I'm seeing are not him. So you've got. So, as an example, the top 5 number 10s that they've got here: Jamal Musiala, Martin Odegaard, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne. They've got Jude Bellingham in there as well, but there's other names. Morgan Gibbs White.
Ballers you just named.
But the thing is, that's the one you said at the end. Bellingham for me is the only player that I could look at and be like, that's the type of player where, you know, like Jude Bellingham.
Okay.
If he was playing for Arsenal, it'd look a bit awkward, innit? You'd have to do that Declan Rice role. You wouldn't be able to do what Odegaard's doing. Likewise,
okay.
Do you know what I mean? Hence why, even if you look at for Real Madrid, in my opinion, he has to play further forwards, because if he's playing in midfield, the types of ballers they got and the way, I guess, Ancelotti wants to play, it's a bit more intricate. Hence why he's not doing this running around thing that he done for England in the Euros. He's just stay up front, make runs into the box, Lampard-esque, innit? And I think that's why he's effective. I think Szoboszlai, even this season, we're seeing that, like, when they're pressing, he's right up alongside Jota. He's almost like a second. He's like a second striker.
He presses higher than everyone, and is the one ahead of everyone.
That's what I'm saying. So, and obviously he's got the engine to get back, that's what I'm saying is mad. But he's pressing so high. He's like a second striker. So it's going to take him time to obviously understand that role and kind of get it, I guess, because it's interesting. Like, that graphic that you had there, where he was on the left and then he went on the right, but with the same numbers. I think on his first season he's on the left, and then the second season's on the right, and you get 6 and 8, and then next season you get 6 and 8 again.
So this is the first season for RB Leipzig. This is the second season where he's on the right.
8, right? Playing. I think that's more to do with the way I'm trying to. I don't know. Obviously, let me know if I'm chatting chat as well.
No.
But is he having to now play on the right because of the way football's changing? So if he's on the left-hand side and he's cutting inside, right, he's taking space in the middle for a forward that's going to come inside, or forward that's narrow, or a midfielder that's, or do you know what I mean?
That's what happened, because when Cuckoo started dropping deeper, and then
there we go, exactly. Or like a fullback that's making it in underlapping runners coming inside. He's cutting inside, right? So he's now got to stay out wide. Now, if he's staying out wide, he's right-footed. How can we go and still utilize him as an attacking outlet, but to be around the block as opposed to playing inside it, right? Like an Odegaard. So,
do you know, with some players here, they like to do the whole cutting inside thing, don't they? And I think that gives them a bit more balance. Maybe for him, that's where it gives him the most balance, where he'll get more shots away and maybe creates a bit more like running across into the midfield instead of being on the right, running along the lines. Was he used to have said you saw a few times where he used to run into the channel and then had to turn back and then go back to the fullback, or put a cross in him. Sometimes maybe it's a nonsense cross or whatever. But playing on that side, I think he probably gets in the game and he might feel a bit more balanced playing that. And then you could probably utilize your overlapping run, maybe from, if it's a Robbo, Simicast, or whoever is playing on the left wing, and maybe just shift him and McAllister and see for one game and see if that could adjust it, and him coming from the left hand side, and McAllister then can do the whole 10 in behind the striker thing and see what happens, man. It could be interesting. But
I think that will work eventually, man. I think you're right, brother. You swap with him and McAllister, bro, for a few games, you'll see the difference, man.
But do you think that will be a problem for Szoboszlai? Because if you got like a Gakpo and a Diaz that naturally come inside, right, and then you got a Robbo currently that's not really making overlapping runs, he's making the runs inside the defense. Szoboszlai won't be able to cut back. He'd have to drop so deep to be able to cut inside and use his right foot.
Because he's the left-sided eight and not the left winger, he could do it, because as remember, he's going to still operate that inside left channel anyway. So when he does keep going more inside, you're still going to have Cody out wide, and then Cody could make a run across, and then you could do a reverse pass. Or Cody can take someone away and then allow the fullback to go.
I fully get it. On the premise, but I'd actually agree with you. But I'm saying on the premise that Slot wants, he wants to isolate the fullbacks, for them to cut inside and do whatever, right? If Szoboszlai's got the ball, he has to get the ball to Gakpo as soon as possible, to get him early, get him early against his fullback. The only run Szoboszlai will be able to go and make is the overlapping run, because the underlap's coming from Robbo. So once he makes the overlapping run and he gets the ball's not getting put in with his left foot. He's then doing a Milner at left back, where he's cutting back inside, or like a Trippier, to cut inside to go and play a pass.
I've seen him crossed on his left, though. I don't think he's
No, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying on his stronger foot, 9 times out of 10, he's going to try and cut back onto his right foot. Now, when he cuts back into right foot, he's going to naturally want to drive inside, because he's either going to want to take a shot or cross a ball or whatever, because obviously that's the angle he's at. When he's on the right-hand side, right, he's almost doing that, not comparing the thing, but he's occupying that same position, especially when you've got Trent playing the way he is. He's got that. He's in that De Bruyne channel where he can get in that channel and then play across into the thing. He knows Salah's making the inside run. He can make that outside run still cross a ball in on his favorite right foot peg. He can also go and come even deeper on that, move into the left a bit more, allow Trent to go on the outside and still be on the right hand side, where he can combine with his right foot with Salah and Trent, as opposed to be on the left. I'm trying to think of why is he not playing on the left? Because in my mind, he's a stronger right-footed. I just like, bro, play him on the left. You can cut in and shoot. Like that's.
We did see that for Hungary as well in the Euros, when he checked back in and put in a couple of decent crosses into the box. So I have seen him do the cutback thing. Also, as well, it reminded me of the conversation we had yesterday, Jerry, about other countries when they produce players. You're talking about playing, and obviously G saying, obviously, where do we put him? But it's because he's so good at multiple positions. It's so difficult for players like that. Where Ninja was having a conversation yesterday, England just produced like weaponry type players. It's every one of them are similar in the exact same way.
Yep.
There's the odd one that you think is slightly different, but then you go, did England produce that, or did the coach that he's currently played for develop that and make it better? Like a Phil Foden. Go on,
just explain. No. I want you to explain that, because you know what I mean. We got to teach the people, and I feel like people need to get that what you're saying there. What do you mean by a weaponry player? What do you guys? Sorry, I know you guys had the conversation.
So
what does that mean?
The conversation me and Jerry was having yesterday. If you look at most of the England players, they're all similar in the exact same way. All their wingers, you couldn't tell me what difference they add to a game. They're all the exact same. Quick, can take man on 1v1, maybe put in a decent cross. That's it. They're not a player that let's take, I don't know, Callum, or let's take Rashford for an example. Yeah, cold on the wing, but you could not ask him to go and play in the 10. You can't ask him to play up front. We see now Stinky is doing that. You can't ask him to go on the right-hand side. You can't ask him, do you know what, for this game, drop into this double midfield, because they're not used to it. He's so used to from a young age. This is where you play. You're quick, you're strong, take man on, stay there. And that's all you can do. Sancho, the exact same thing. Oh, bro, you're quick. He can't then drop into that 10 role, or he can't drop into. I'm not saying he can't just go in there for a game or two to do it, but it's not the same as you've seen him play on the right or the left-hand side. They can't play in like loads of multiple positions because they don't get coached to be footballers. They get coached to be just weapons. I need you to do this, and you need to do this. That's it.
Great. Exactly. Like great example.
Left England from whatever. He's doing his trade, bro. This man I've seen him in centre mid, attacking mid, left wing, right wing, behind us. You see Musiala play everywhere. Foden, I think he started off obviously as a winger, but under the tutelage of Pep Guardiola, bro, you seen this man left, right, false nine,
everywhere.
Attacking mid, bro, you see the man everywhere, bro. You look at like
a Foden though, but you see even with a Foden, yeah, and we're going to talk about a Foden in the Euros. I would have expected him, right? And I know Southgate is Southgate, but I would have expected him, someone that understands and should understand the process of just the basic principle of building up from the back, yeah, keeping the ground on the floor, right? To come into the midfield and get the ball and dictate the game in the same way a Bernardo Silva would have, in the same way a Gundogan would have, in the exact same way. Not saying he would have been as good as them, but he should have been able to go and do that. And even when we go and look at a Foden, where is he most effective? When he can go and just be again, it's a weapon. You're not involved in the actual build-up. I'm talking, as End is saying, all of these forwards, Noni Madueke, Sancho, flipping Sterling, you want to use Elanga, you want to use flipping Anthony, they're all just weapons. They're all man that they go to you see it with the kids, they have the one-to-one coaching, they're like, step over, quick, chop, scissor turn out, hit the ball. Yeah, Ronaldo chop. Fantastic. And it's like, yeah, cool. But then when you got players that are having to go and dictate the game and stuff, you haven't got that. You're struggling to get someone like that. You're struggling. Liverpool are needing to go and get a Zubimendi. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle need to go and get a Tonali. Liverpool needs to go and get, like, this person needs to get Bruno Guimaraes. We need to get flipping Richard Rios from Colombia, because you haven't got a player like that in any level to go and play that. And then you're looking like at a Wharton, and because he can do it decent, right? Not even to the level of these men here, but because he's calm at doing it, and he's the 1 in a million player for whatever reason, that's just how he plays. He's a £100 million player, and he ain't done anything in his career yet.
I find that so mad that we're talking about that because obviously this all ties in, right? In terms of the way that the things that England have done over a period of time. Let's just use the last 30 years, just because that's my lifetime span, right? In the last 30 years, if you look at these types of players, what was one of the things, if you guys remember from back in the day, what was one of the major, probably one of the biggest fluffs that any England manager has had during our lifetimes? It's the whole Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes situation, right? Where because we weren't used to or didn't want to play 4-3-3, 4-5-1, whatever you want to call it. So to have the three of them in the midfield, we decided to put Paul Scholes out to the left. we decided to put Gerrard out to the left in order to just fit these guys in. What was the next problem that England started to then have after that? No left footers. So Joe Cole would go out to the left wing until Stuart Downing kind of came in a little bit, but then Ashley Young then started playing on that side, and we just started using him as someone who would just cut in all the time. And now it's funny because you're right, Jerry. Now that Wharton is, I guess, in and around, I know he didn't make the squad last time, but he's in and around the England squad, right? He's apparently worth 100 M's because of what he can apparently do. I don't think he's worth 100. I like him. I think he's a good player, but 100 M's for Wharton, for a guy who was kicking about in the Championship like
half a season
year ago.
Half a season.
Half a season.
But deep it.
And by the way, I don't want anyone to think I'm calling him rubbish. I'm not calling him. I think he's a decent player. I'm just.
That's why when you look around the Premier League, though, there's hardly any of those players, bro. Most of them players that are doing that role are all foreign players. And then there's
why exactly? And why is that though? Ends this? That's the.
We don't
why is it?
Players, bro.
Why is it? Why is it that? Why is it? Yeah, that the British teams or the English teams have to go and get foreign breeders always in the midfield, and it's been like this for years. Always to go and be the ones to go and control, dictate games. It's always been like that. Gerrard's best season, Gerrard's best seasons, most influential seasons, weren't him being the dictator in the team. It was when Jabi Alonso was there and he was playing at right or playing as a second striker. It was never you go and build up and be this. It wasn't that. Benitez was on the podcast the other day talking about how his IQ weren't great, his understanding of the game tactically weren't great, so we had to put him out wide. The best player we've seen technically in all of that, in terms of he can do everything with a football, he can run, he can fight, cool. But you don't understand the game, and if you don't understand it, you're just going to get outthought by by people that think quicker. And if you can think, and this is my point, if you got players in the team that can think, then it negates anything that you can go and do.
That's why that Barcelona team with Busquets, Iniesta, and Xavi was just dumb. And that's why when the best of the best at the time, you'd say Man United's teams, because they were the ones, consistently trying to win the Premier and stuff like that, and then Chelsea came about. But that's why most of these teams struggled, because these men weren't strong, they weren't fast, but they were so intelligent and they understood how to play football. You couldn't even get near it to do any of the stuff that you wanted to do. And that's why when we, as an international team, even though in that period of time, you're talking about, if you just name these guys as a single entity, the Gerrards, the Lampards, the Scholes, the this, the that, as a single entity, the Rooneys, they were ballers, bro. But when they all came together and had to go and play against a team, they struggled because they thought, we'll just do the power and pace thing and we'll pop it about and get shots away. These men are like, bro, we'll just keep popping it around in small spaces, bro, and tire you out. And then we'll just use the pitch.
It's to the details of, like, I know, like, the great thing I do when I play fives, right? And I do it all the time, and I see, like, the nippiest forward that's playing. I can be unfit and play now, right? I'll be standing right next to the guy, and I'll be like, play me safe side. And my brother, or whoever that plays in my team, knows, bruv, doesn't matter if the guy's on me, he's going to play it onto the side. That's safe. The guy's not be able to get the ball. I'm just going to pop it back. Now, these guys won't understand that. If I just ask to the ball for someone, they're just going to pass the ball at me. Yeah. If they just pass a random ball at me, that ball gets intercepted and we lose the ball. Right? It's those nuances. It's like, all right, I'm passing the ball here. I'm playing it into space here. This is the weight of pass. This is the information on the pass that I'm giving you. As opposed to I'm giving you the ball.
I'll give you a prime example, right? And I could be wrong, so we might have to watch it back. But I'm thinking about that Trent pass into Nunes, and then they caught us on a counter attack.
Nunes don't have a safe side, but
no, I'm trying to think if he popped, because the defender, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think the defender is on his left-hand side, but I felt like the ball came across too far to his left. So the safe side would have been on his right peg because the defender's on his left. But I felt like, I could be wrong, but I think if he plays it on his right, he can then take that touch, hold him off there. But because it comes in on the left, the defender goes, right, at least closer to me, I can go in and go and get that. Defender ready, great defending in my opinion, goes in hard, wins the ball, and then they're off. But I think if he plays it on the right, can shield him, maybe then flick it back round the corner to Trent on the oncoming run. But those are the type of passes, like I'm looking at like the teams in general, they don't play on the safe side of players. If I ask you for a pop, man, just give it to me. They don't even know what your stronger foot is. what's your weaker side, where the defender is, where is he coming, am I shielding, what side am I shielding on? If I play it onto your right is the better option if he turns out, and then I can give it to the winger. They just, all right, just pass it into me. Right now, I can't do anything else but hold it and give it back to you because you haven't given me a pass where I can then.
That's the best analogy. That's the best analogy. You go and look at Rice in the Euros, yeah? And Rice is someone, again, he's not bad on the ball. He's not this, but he's getting the ball, right? He's not telling the thing, I want it on my right foot here because I'm read ages ago that my man's on my left. So I want it on my right foot. I'm going to pretend to go left and spin out, right? He's getting the ball. It's played into him just straight. It's a straight pass call, zipped into him. But in that moment, he's taken a touch, or he has to just play it back first time because he hasn't understood. All right, cool. I hasn't realized, yeah, I've got to go and do this. The person that's really good at it, right? We've seen that at Liverpool is Thiago.
Yeah.
When you're playing it, you can see when he's running to the ball, when he's pointing with. If you've seen him live, he's pointing without the player running behind him knowing. He's pointing where he wants the ball. So I play it on the left, play it into that space. Why?
He does this like this little thing with his hand, like just to tell you, like
I want it here. So as the ball's getting played there, I'm going to cut back inside there, and I know there's space there. So even if I touch it, right, and the back touch is baggy, I'm still going to have loads of time because Tsimikas or Robertson's made a run. Tsimikas or Robertson's made a run to drag the player away. That is the understanding that if you're not working at that from like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of age, like these Spanish brothers it is, you can start doing that at 13 and 14. But they've been doing it for 5, 10 years before that. So by the time you're 20, he's got so much experience doing that. You're never going to be as good as Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino, you know.
Is that why? Remember, I was saying yesterday about what's his name, Ollie McBurney at Las Palmas, and how he spoke about the technical ability of the players at Las Palmas. Now, that's not to disrespect Las Palmas, but obviously Las Palmas in comparison to everyone else in that league, right? They're not obviously one of the better teams, but he's just talking about it from a technical ability level. Bearing in mind, he's come from Sheffield United and wherever else he's obviously played for over here in the UK. He's seen, like, the way he spoke, like, he was in awe. He was so confused. He was like, there's some 17-year-old, like, the way that he's not touched the ball. I'm like, rah, like, you must have been coming. Either you've just come from complete and utter just hell in Sheffield United, and I'm assuming you've not seen that many, great technicians, obviously there at Sheffield United, but you've come to a team like Las Palmas, who are not one of the better teams in the league. So Jesus Christ, what is the Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid? Like,
it's just a culture in football, bro. England doesn't have a football culture anymore. It doesn't have one, and it's failed to evolve. And all the great football cultures of different nations and that, it's come from the other better nations, bro. They've taken stuff from them. Loads of people took stuff from the Dutch team from the 80s and then advanced it.
Well, Pep Guardiola.
taken the defensive stuff from the Italians and advanced it, bro, and then made it their own. France have their own way of playing. No one can ever tell you England's style of playing. At least back in the day, man could do the blood and guts thing and that, and it was a style, bro. Now you can't. Nobody knows what England's gonna do. It's all mixed up. All the players in the team play for teams where they're doing that kind of football and that, but when it comes to England, it's like, yo, I've come from this to Southgate, bro. When they spoke to Gordon about the Euros and that, it's like, oh, well, you got to the final, an achievement. He said, nah, we didn't win. He said, he's like, what's the difference? Now it's like, oh, well, now we've got some more freedom. I feel like in the Euros there was no freedom for us to play, and it would have been a lot better. And of course, it would have been because you was in the final, bro. So even then, a little bit more freedom, and you never know. And it's not like you got battered 4-0 and that. So yeah, no culture of football. And if you listen to Bournemouth players speak about Iraola, they're the same, bro, and he's Spanish.
And that's Bournemouth. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about one of the top teams. I was gonna. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say the technical side, what McBurney's talking about, because he's probably so used to just being in, probably going through the academies and whatever, going into teams, and everything is about man just touch tight to you, and then everything's like that. So he's thinking like, get the ball, play it off, flick it around the corner, and then get into the box. Whereas like playing with these man. And these men are just moving the ball so quick, opening up their body where they're using their touch. Like Iniesta was like the prime guy, bro. You couldn't, Xavi for one, you couldn't get close to, but Iniesta, the way he used to control and turn, at one moment you thought you were tight 2 yards off, but as soon as he touched it and turned, you end up 5 to 10 yards away from him. You're like, how did that happen? I'm here. But it's just the way that they get brought up, man. I remember seeing the game in Barcelona, bro, like just on the normal sandy pitch, bro, just walking through, sitting, watching these, like, I think they were about 6 or maybe 7. And the way they were moving the ball, and none of the players could get close to each other because as soon as they had it, they'd already had the idea of what pass is next, and then where do I go to after I've made that pass? How do I receive this to put my midfielder in the best position to then play it across the pitch? Little things like that we don't get to see, and that's why I think the international football, where I think a lot of times we like, it sucks, not from us, because I think we watch it and watch. Maybe we pick a certain team to watch, but in just as a generalization, international football is not as good as club no more. It's because you get a lot more of the foreign influences, especially in our teams, that we're like, I need to watch the Premier League back, stars back. But when
I
it
guess
goes
the Brazil
international,
situation.
it all goes in it, and that's what I was saying. But I feel like even with the Brazilians, because a lot of them have come to Europe now.
Yeah,
but that's why I don't like the Brazilian footballers. And I'm not saying before they didn't have a lot of them in Europe anyway, but I felt like the culture, the style of football stayed as a South American thing. But with these modern ones, I feel like they've all become so Europeanized that their football's like more tactical than just allowing the beautiful game to play in the way it should be played. And that's why we have so many top ballers, bro. Back in the day, how many ballers we could name off the back from every top teams, bro? We could just name top ball. Like now, we're like saying it, and then us lot, we're like, in an hour, a man is saying this man's world class, that man's. We're like, okay, is this the level now? And that's why we sometimes get a bit upset when man is just saying random names, bro. Like man name's world class already. And
that's true what you said though. They used to stay techie, but leave your country techie, come back techie, bro. And we used to be more now.
It feels like it was embraced though. Like that was actually why I signed Ronaldinho. That is why I signed Rivaldo. That is why I signed, obviously Ronaldo, he was scoring goals too, but there was a way that they played that they said, that's why I'm signing you. Forget what we're doing. Not forget what we're doing. What we're doing, you're just going to be adding your special ability to that, as opposed to now, like Martin.
All the lesser teams in the Prem still had like some random Brazilian, even if it wasn't a Brazilian, it was in the
Middlesbrough. What's his name?
Juninho.
Juninho.
Yeah. Even if it wasn't a player that was in the Brazil squad, they still had like this random Brazilian, and you're like, raw. Because they're letting them do their thing. They were techie, bro. Even the Spanish shoots, bro. Like when Stoke had Bojan for a little bit.
And what's his name? Hesse.
Then they signed Hesse before he became a rapper and that blood. But obviously, everything was techie. Remember when Thingy Hall had Giovanni blood?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is is that I was researching something about it, and the English football, or that it kind of went not that downhill, but the whole long ball narrative, right, came from data from this guy called Charles Reap. I think people need to go and obviously research Charles Reap, but in like the 50s or like the 60s or something, he came up with a philosophy that very similar to Klopp in the sense of we need to get the ball forwards as quickly as possible, because the faster we get the ball forwards and the more longer we go, we can really gamble and then go and get second and third balls and then go and win games in that way. Now in England, because of pitches, because of people starting to become athletes and stuff, that became very, very effective, but it filters down through football, right? So it starts at the top, but then all of a sudden it ends up at the bottom. So when you're looking at grassroots and non-league football now, right, and the whole pyramid, you can't be playing around at the back non-league like now. There's a couple clubs that do it, but they might get it to the fullback and then the fullback hits a switch.
Man, they keep becoming memes, bro. They're memes every day now. Them people playing out from the back in League One and that, bro.
They're memes. People are like, bruv, what are you doing there? You need to just get the ball forwards. And a lot of people in grassroots, even when I play them every week, innit? We try play, they just go long, and it makes it's difficult to go and win games when the game's very, very direct, and then obviously the way it's reffed makes it very, very difficult as well. So for me, I don't know. I'm looking at it and I'm like, you can't. You're not going to be able to catch up to do what the Spanish are doing. You somehow.
But why should you though? Like you shouldn't. The whole point is you just said it there. What the Spanish are doing. Remember, Spain have won the World Cup, Germany have won the World Cup, and France have won the World Cup in our lifetime.
The problem is all the France are a bit different, to be fair. They've just got a massive talent pool, because they're actually quite similar to England in terms of like the types of players they create. They're quite similar to England, but there needs to. the problem is all our top players are playing for the managers. Either they're German or Spanish, innit? Like those are the top ways of football. So they're all coming through that system, and that system's what's dominating. For England to then go and be with a Southgate now, that plays a completely different way. You saw how the reaction is with the fans. You ain't used to this. You're like, no, we want to play football. We want to, but if if you want to play like this, you've got to start copying the best at what they're doing. Otherwise, you need to shut up and be like, cool, we're going to go long ball. And that's how we're going to play. We're going to play 4-4-2. We're going to be very direct and try to hit you on the counter as well. When you look at like what France do, France are very similar to Southgate in that regard. They sit back really deep and catch you on the counter. And with their pace and with Mbappe and stuff, they kill teams like that. It's not like they dominate football and they're mad intricate with the way they play. I don't think anyone enjoyed their football in the Euros.
I think young man. Sorry, Jens, carry on.
No, I was gonna say, so England allowed Spain to retire all their main dons and then get a new crop.
Yeah, because Spain had a dip, innit? They had a dip.
Bro,
had a dip. He didn't take over, bro. Yeah. That happened before, bro. Remember, like, if man think about Spain prior to like Iniesta and all that, bro. When I was like a little kid, like 5 and that, they were called the bridesmaids, bro. They couldn't win anything, bro. So they had a period as well where they was out of the loop, bro. They weren't there, bro. And I think England as well, they've started to do it now. And don't get me wrong, I still think there's a place for it, but the dinosaurs have gone now. But they've only just gone. There was the period where we just had this old man, like Roy Hodgson left Palace and came back, bro. And he was the oldest manager, bro. You need, without being disrespectful and that, while these lot were doing this in Spain, all these teams that man ain't watching week in, week out, Betis and all that, had younger managers, bro. Picking up stuff that they've learned from the academy and just retired. So they've got it fresh in their head. Bruv, come on, man. Like, the old managers, Pulis and all them, man, blood. You know what they were doing when they were footballers. Of course, that's how they're going to bring their team up, bruv. Blood and guts, kick the ball long and headers.
But the thing is, when you think about it, even though that's what they were doing, Savage, 100%.
Yeah.
This stuff was successful, bruv. Like they done madnesses. Like if you go and look at what Pulis did in the Championship to get this team in the Premier stuff, it works. If you look at what Sam Allardyce did, it worked, didn't it? So it's not like they were doing it, but it was just getting garbage results. They were doing it and mad successful. And we're forgetting, we're talking like this wasn't a thing. Like if you just go and watch Arsenal versus fucking United in the 2000s, excuse my language.
I watched it, man. Somebody posted the video.
It was like that. That's what it was. It was get the ball into the final third and then let those players do the magic. Let your Bergkamps and do that magic. They weren't no building up from the back and stuff. That Tony Adams at the back, Sol Campbell and
building up from the back.
That's why we do it now.
Imagine Jerry said that because the video that got posted over there, I saw the Man U Arsenal one. They just played 3 minutes of the game in it. And they were just
it was that one.
But you saw it, innit? They were just in the ping pong thing. Like one team was rassing up the field, the other one would just rass it back. And they were doing it for ages, bro. I was like, bro, this is
hardly any real football being
volleying it. But do you know what? I think with these new age managers, I think they found a blend between the two in it. Being able to play out from the back and then also allowing your more skillful players to do what they do in the final third. And that's what I think most managers should do, bro. Play out from the back, man. Get players used to the football. Like we had good defenders and old school defenders. They just want to throw themselves in front of everything, kick the ball out, fly through the back of strikers. But now you got techie defenders, bro. And that's why it's so hard for some of the strikers to even get a touch of the ball because now strikers ain't panicking on the ball. I mean, defenders ain't panicking, bro. These men are willing to take a touch, hold it, wait for you, play it out wide.
You see Stoney yesterday?
Bro,
was doing step overs
his first time without looking, bro. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
The problem you have as a team as well is that before, right? And I even see it. I've seen it before, even like when the Dutch football were playing, right? They've just decided, cool, we're just every man's gonna press one bread on the ball. So all it was, the whole team. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'll put
that used to be
there's 10 men running at one person. The guy gets overwhelmed, then they go and play. Yeah. You think you can do that in today's game?
One long ball over the top, bro, and it's over. Bro.
The reason why they got bare time on the ball at the back, and the reason why you need to be confident in the ball now is because teams know if I press you, you're gonna pop the ball somewhere, and it's game over. We're losing. Like we're getting it carved open. It's 1-0 down. Like we have to be so compact in the way we go and defend. Cool, let those centre backs have the ball because even if they're good on the ball and stuff, right? Wait, cool. They're going to pass between them. Then what happens? You start getting a centre back that can go and fizz it in between the lines like a midfielder. Yeah. Then you're like, oh man, now he's causing problems. So That's why they've had to go and develop. Bro,
Is that what you think?
Man just described Nottingham versus Liverpool because that's what happened.
I was just about to read it there. Is that what you then think, Jerry? Obviously, you're saying there. Is that what you think that Slot is basically trying to implement here in terms of having, whether it be Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, Quans, whoever at the back there, and then having your Gravenberchers, McAllisters, Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, those type of players? Do you feel like that's what he's trying to do? That's the way he's trying to play?
100%. I think he's trying to get those players to play inside the teams as opposed to playing on the outside.
Yeah.
So hence why the team's mad narrow. Hence why there was that clip where there's fullbacks. If you play inside, there's two points. One, if we lose the ball, we can just win it back really quickly because we're near each other. So the distances are close, right? But the second thing is, if we play through them when we go them in, there comes a point where you have to press in, you step, and you create space in that regard to go and play through teams. But that then requires your centre backs and your DMs, right? And it was a DM before, and now it's becoming the centre backs because they're coming into field and they're playing Stones as a inverted fullback and Vardio and stuff. They need to be good enough to go and be like bang and zip it into like a Havertz on the half turn. Do you know what I mean? In the same way Gerrard would have been doing like 10 years ago, and you never saw Skirtle or Carragher near there. Whereas now,
that's what Virgil's doing against.
Everyone's moving up higher. To push the team further, it's can you trust your teammates on the ball at the back? Can you stay higher as a midfielder? Can you get the ball in higher positions to be a bit more dangerous as opposed to coming out and playing on the outside of the block, which now for centre backs is easy. That's the easy point. Virgil gets it, he sprays it, he drops off, he gets it back, he can play
the passes as well, innit? Like even when people are thinking, they're just passing it to each other in there. Nah, bro, it's exactly what we start speaking about. It has to be on his strong side. It has to be on his side where he needs it. That's why when you play the ball into some players and you're like, bro, why is he passing it back? It's because the ball you gave him wasn't where he needed it to then turn with it. You just automatically think, he's going to turn. But in his
position as well,
and you popped it into me. No, it's not on the side, so I'm going to have to give it back to you, and then we have to reset it. And that's why you see that Gravenberch, when we pop it into him, there's a reason why he doesn't just go backwards most of the time.
He's always on his toes, though, isn't it? He's never flat-footed, Gravenberch, bro.
It's the right pass, it's the right side, and he's gone.
You know who does that well, and it's from the game that I saw last night, Inter versus Man City. Gundogan. There was a lot of sequences
at the moment. He's my favorite baller at the moment.
You pop the ball into Gundogan, and I did exactly what Enz just said, which is at first I was like, why'd you keep passing it back? But I clocked because he kept doing it. Him doing that actually brought the team up even more because he kept dropping deep. I can't remember who, maybe Vardio was on the ball, Kanji, or whoever was on the ball. They'll pop it into him, bit of pace, but they popped it into him. Because he's so good with his touches anyway, you know he's going to be able to control it. He just pops it straight back, but the team moves forward. He runs again, drops it again, does it again, pops it straight back to, let's say, a Kanji, for example. A Kanji pops it out wide to Foden or Bernardo Silva, or whoever was on that side, Doku, or whatever it was, right? And the team kept moving forward and forward, but he kept dropping deep. So just pick up the ball, pop it, and go kind of thing. As you said, maybe he wasn't on his safe side or whatever, but guess what? That helped to bring the team forward, and then they can start doing what Manchester City normally.
This is your guys' fault, you know. You and Enz, bruv. This is Pep's fault, blood. Put him out his misery. Fucking up football, blood.
But it's so
no. I don't want to hear no excuses, football, blood. I want to see some variety from different teams, and that man just got every man.
Okay. So we'll talk about this, because it's irritating me. I know Savage is joking, but it's irritating me. My issue when people say that, and I know obviously we're just bantering and that, whatever, even if you do believe it. My issue that when people say about Pep, quote unquote, ruining football is that, one, no one asked you to copy that football in the first place. Nobody said that there was only one way to skin a cat, because clearly there are other ways to win. There have been over the history of time, during Fergie's time, when Wenger was there, like there was other ways you can do things. The problem that people are having is that you're trying to almost implement a lot, 80% of what he does into your own game because he is the best manager, team, or whatever out there. I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense.
Remember when I told you that, like, I told you this was going to happen, that Arteta was going to try and do something, and Guardiola's going to leave you behind, bro. That's what he always does. Once you start
move on to a new tactic, bro.
He moves on. what you saw is Arsenal fans, one season they were happy because they're finally getting up there. And then the next season they all hated Zinchenko, bruv. But that's because you started playing him inverted because Pep started playing these man inverted. And then you realize, sometimes this ain't going to work still. And then he moved on. Then he just had 2 centre-backs, man. That all game. Just 2 centre-backs all game. And Carl Walker's recovery pace was enough for them. And you are, bro. That's why I like De Zerbi being in the Prem, but now he's gone because he is obviously, he said it as well, bro. He used to watch Pep and that. But he still has a different way of doing certain things, bro. I like that, bro. Little variety in that.
Most of these men though as well, innit? So they all come from the school of Pep, bro. Most of them either coached or played under him. So they're gonna just run the
because they're young enough, exactly. Because all the managers are young enough, bro. That's why we need some disciples of Mourinho out there, but not Pep.
Bro, we do need some disciples of other managers. Big up Liverpool Truth Channel. The reason why I highlighted this is that it's so funny that you meant because the commentators they were speaking about this on during the match, right? About Haaland not getting at the time. I can't remember what minute it was. He had only had like 12 touches in the whole game at that, and that was way into the second half, right? What you need to understand is it's not necessarily about them. I'm not saying that Inter played fantastic yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna. And you could even say they kept him a little bit quiet, but I feel like by now we should kind of know that's kind of by design because realize it's only against the top teams that Haaland is usually quiet. So when he plays against Arsenal, I'm not saying he hasn't scored against them, but he usually has. When you see him have a really quiet and bad game, Arsenal, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, you see those kind of games, I almost expect him to just be quiet in those games because I feel like it's done by design anyway. In that type of game, because of how Pep Guardiola is and because of probably how he thinks about it, I don't think he sees it as Haaland's going to be the guy to necessarily win us this game.
Because
he is going to be there because everyone can score goals in that team. So where the fans, because he's not stupid, he understands, where fans might look at him and be like, right, but Haaland, he's the best striker. Yeah, he's the best striker in the world, but the best striker or the best player in the world doesn't need to be on job every single game. They just need to be on job consistently.
He had 14 touches all game, but I've seen him have 8 touches all game.
14.
But I remember the first game of the season before, I watched him against West Ham have 8 touches and score 2 goals. So,
what would you rather? Would you rather a guy having 35, 70 touches and score 0 goals, or
give me Haaland in my team all day?
Do you get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even matter. But by the way, Inter did play well. Yeah, exactly. Ends get him in the right position, and to be fair, I felt like he had opportunities where they just weren't putting it into certain spaces. But
there was one where he tripped over the ball as well. I don't know who played. Was it Kevin De Bruyne played it into his feet? And then tried to dribble, man, and just I don't know what.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What was that thingy, man? That nasty football kit Man City was wearing, blood. Oh.
Someone said they thought it was training bibs.
It's horrible, bro. Oh,
man.
I don't know why they would be wearing that kit at home. I don't know. Like
Inter's tactics I like though, man. They look like they flooded the midfield and they still had enough. It felt like they just always had enough players in every section of the pitch.
Honestly,
defensively, in the midfield, up front. And they were wasteful though.
Yeah, they had Rodri having to tackle man properly this time. Blood. I seen him and choke slam him and that to get the ball back. Bro,
it was
Barella.
Who's does anyone? I'll check the lineup. Who was the striker that they had? Was it a winger?
Taremi, then thingy one, the Iranian
Was it? Is it Taremi? No, it sounded like an Italian, Italian type of. I know he played. See if I can find it.
Number 99. It's him. Then that's who you're talking about.
Oh, no, these men have some mad numbers.
No, it was Taremi. Oh shit! No, okay, it was Taremi. It was Taremi. Okay, right, that was Taremi.
Ram was wasteful yesterday, bro.
You think Taremi was going to retire by now? He's like 32 and 33, something like that. But you feel like
shit, that was Taremi. I didn't even. It sounded like they were saying something. Maybe the commentators, the way they were saying his name, it did not sound like they said Taremi. But anyways, he was playing good yesterday. The way he kept picking up the ball in spaces, the way he was just shrugging off like Diaz or like Akanji at times, and then he'll pop the ball out. But you just said it there, Marcus Thuram, bro. Like, I don't know about him sometimes, bro. Like, I don't know if you're good or not.
It's not him, bro. It's not him.
Yeah. Like, who's better, do you think, in terms of their position? Him or his brother?
Oh, his brother.
His brother's better.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy question.
His brother.
Yeah.
You guys said that quick as well. You didn't even give that time to be like, maybe Thuram and that, like. Now his brother's doing his thing for Juventus at this current moment in time still, so can't even realistically complain. But nah, man, we'll kind of draw it to a close there. But in fact, just before we do, actually, I did want to quickly just show this. So obviously, I put up, these are just random. Like, I can't put that many. I can only put the 5 on the screen, right? So I only picked different. I tried to think of all the different kind of ones. So the Erdegaards, the Florian Wirtz, Musiala. I felt like they're all attacking midfielders, but quite different in what they do. You know, different kind of styles, right? And obviously, when I'm looking at, like, when you look at the numbers and all that kind of stuff, so Szoboszlai doesn't really do well in any bar passing accuracy and long passes attempt. This is per 90 minutes. Oh, and ball recovery.
Yeah, the passing accuracy.
No. But when you look at it, look at the one thing he does better per game than any one of these players.
Yeah,
that's the ball recovery.
Obviously, this season he's playing as the 10 in it, but
no, this is. So I did this from last season. This ain't even from this.
Oh, it's from last. Okay.
Yeah, it's from last season. That's good.
We know Florian played 10. We know Odegaard is the 10. I didn't get to watch a lot of the Dybala, but I know he normally floats around that position anyway, if not top. And then Musiala played most of his time on left, centre, and
on left. Yeah.
And so they're all. But it would make sense. I think if we can compare, I think we should do this again. If you can keep these same guys, and we should do this after 10 games. Or maybe 15, just to see.
Might have to take Odegaard out of there, blood. You might not.
Yeah, this is it, boy. Let me see if they do from this season what everyone looks like. Yeah. Changes.
I think that will be able to have a better. No, man, another guy. Man said I think you'll be out for a while. You know, there's significant damage to the ligaments.
How long is this brought out for? I heard it's for like months.
I know them, man. They always say it's a while.
Yeah, whatever they said the first time, it's longer than they thought, in it. So,
right, he played no games in the Bundesliga. Sure, he has.
No, he definitely has, ain't
he? Yeah, he played in that 6-1 victory the other day.
Michel is cold. Michel is he's old school, man. He just gets the license to do what he wants.
There we go. No, yeah, the Michels are done. So let's see how he fares. Still kind of the same, really. But it's funny, look at that. Ball recoveries, again, is where he excels. So this is where when, and obviously I know, Savage, you put that, you sent me that article, right? Yeah. When he's asking for, obviously I don't know what numbers he's asking for in terms of, maybe he's got like a number he would like for him to.
Well, he based it on last season, on it. So he said if I'm correct, you only scored three goals last season. It's not good enough if you want to be an attacking midfielder. So
100%, yeah, that's dead.
So I think that Slot will. It's fine in it because it's still new to Slot, bro. So I think he'll find out very soon that, like, yo, this geezer's cold, bro. But probably shouldn't utilize him in this spot just because he said he can play there, or I know that he can do certain things, and then he'll be fine with it, bro. Honestly, I think he'll be fine because, as you said, ball recoveries came up when the first time you done it, and then they come up now as well, blood. Obviously, that's not what you associate with them
attacking midfielders.
Take-ons are good. That's a good percentage.
Yeah, take-on success is good. Yeah,
that's good, bro.
But to be fair, when they look at it, 1, 2, 3, he'd be 4th in take-ons completed though. So it's a bit like, because these guys
he's
are
in a position now where he has to, innit? I think. I'm not saying that the way he played last time, he still had to take people on, but I felt like it was more just helping out, keeping the ball moving in the.
That'd be interesting. You put his stats up against Gravenberch and McAllister's, blood.
Yeah, I'll do that now. Right now for this season.
Yeah.
Is that
what see something Gravenberch, because the way Gravenberch played against United was further forward on it.
That's gonna be an interesting one. Still. He's saying, who you guys think come out on top before he gets it?
McAllister. I don't even know why. Just put like numbers. Numbers will just come up with like weird number. You're like, oh right, it's been McAllister.
McAllister's out here made like 500 tackles. You're like, wait, when? What? How?
Bro, I promise you. I'm gonna say McAllister. I think it's gonna be him. But let's see. All right, here we go.
Gravenberch so far, green lines and that. Is that per 90?
This is per 90, yeah, I did it per 90.
Passes completed, open play passes attempted, passes completed, yeah.
Oh, no, slightly it's Gravenberch. Still, it's actually
Yeah.
like Gravenberch is like is winning most things.
But that's what. But the reason why I asked to do this, but I mean, it's fucking green in nearly everything, bro. But
Bro, you know.
but like the reason I'm asking is because if you forget McAllister for a second, but if you put them two against each other and ask which one was the attacking midfielder, you'd think that he was the attacking midfielder, but I mean, it's green on everything.
Nah, man's got the hybrid role. Man's in attacking, defensive, deep.
Because he's almost box to box on it, so he's doing everything. His forward passing against Man U was really good, blood. Like 2 of them created a goal, even though only one was an assist. But the other one he passed it to Salah, and then there was ones where he passed the ball to Salah. In Brentford, the game he was the same as well, and our strikers didn't score the goal. But
nah, but look, like even the ball recoveries though, like he's higher than both McAllister and Szoboszlai in that. And bearing in mind that I just showed you Szoboszlai versus Erdegaard, Musiala, and all these other guys.
Gravenberch do not Patrick Vieira things, but that's what he's trying to play like that, bro, on a box to box thing. But yeah, man, I just thought it's very interesting, bro. McAllister, I bet McAllister got more fouls than the rest of them. He's always kicking man blood. So.
Yeah, trust.
No, I don't even put fouls in. I should put it in and see. Let me see who's got more.
Jules contested more. I thought, of course, McAllister contest more Jules than anyone.
Can you put it on total though, G? Let me just see total as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I can see the numbers, the actual numbers itself. This man has not hardly misplaced a pass, you know.
I told you. See, I didn't need these stats, but I told you Matt's been meaty this season, but been average. But...
no, you're right. You are right. You are right.
Right,
passes attempted and passes completed. Fucking hell.
Man said,
and we watch the games, and they're not like side to side, backwards passes, bro. These are actually
passes in opposition half. How you got more passes in opposition half than my attacking midfielder?
I told you, bro. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro.
That's hilarious. How have you got more passes than the
maybe
guy?
We should just put Grabbers in the 10, like.
bro, talk. Like maybe Grabbers should play there and put Szoboszlai in his position.
For a game, like. See what Grabbers.
So I ask everybody.
Hey, G, one more. Add Harvey onto it. Add Harvey onto it.
It would have to be from last season, though.
No, it's different last season.
It'd have to be his thumb from last season.
So, what are you trying to see here, bro?
Yeah, you don't like that. What are you trying to see, bro?
Because I think that Liverpool's team is fine. It's just Slot's not figured out where to put them. He knows that they're all midfielders.
Yeah.
But I don't think he knows where to put them in the midfield yet, bro.
The best. You know, when you get the green lines on FIFA, bro, you get the green lines in your own.
It will be a bit skewed because remember that's 34 games, so I'd have to do everyone from last season basically.
That's it. That's fair because Elliot was off the bench most of last season anyway, bro. So it's not
exactly.
Full game.
But even still, though, to be fair, some of this is already coming out green.
No, McAllister that.
How funny that McAllister is doing.
Yeah, he was scoring goals last season as well, isn't it? Shots.
How many passes? No, look at that, bro. The passes attempted last season.
What's the shots all attempted for all of them? I know Gravenberch is going to be high because he doesn't really shoot like that, but shots on target.
17 for Elliot, 9 for McAllister. 9 for McAllister. He was, boy.
Elliot was letting fly, man. He's like, let me come on and shoot because you man ain't shooting.
It's crazy to see. Hold on, let me take out.
All
right, so I took out McAllister.
Is Gravenberch the one in the middle?
Yeah, he's in the middle. Szoboszlai on the left, Elliot on the right.
Massive improvement, man, from last season.
Looking like if Elliot's fit, blood, that McAllister can sit on the bench for a game, blood.
Bro, you know,
it's looking like play Elliot in the 10 and let Gravenberch and Szoboszlai sit behind.
Yeah, but left side,
maybe
Grabbers in there, and then they're running.
And you can rotate between them, you get me.
But maybe, obviously, we don't know because Elliot's injured now, right? But maybe that was what he was planning to do.
In pre-season, he put Elliot in that spot in the 10.
Yeah,
and he was playing good in. He was playing good.
Cooked Arsenal still. I can't like.
Szoboszlai had 171 ball recoveries last season. Fucking hell.
See what I'm saying?
This
man is maybe the world misprofiled him. That's maybe.
Bro.
You know what? All of that stuff that man was talking about, why Klopp getting man doing this running, bruv, just say sorry now and stop.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. This is why I had to call the show misprofiling, or is he just misfiring? Because I was like, where are, like, I don't know where to put you, but I think it would be more easier to place him somewhere if we signed another midfielder who done a specific role, if that makes sense. Because I almost say that again.
No, I thought someone said Zubimendi, but
no, because I feel like if we had if let's say we signed Zubimendi in January, let's just use January because summer's gone. If he signs Zubimendi, what would be a midfield free for you? So I'll go with you ends first. Who would be a midfield free?
he's going to say Zubimendi under 23s or something.
No, I wouldn't say the piss lad. If he carries on the way that it's going currently, then he has to come in from McAllister. Okay. Yeah, I think the other two have definitely. We just looked at the stats anyway. They've definitely stepped up and they're doing whatever the information and so let's quote unquote job title for the man them in the squad. Gravenberch is doing it and Szobo is doing it. McAllister, it's not like he's been he's not been bad, but it's not the levels he set last season.
But his own levels has been average. That's what it is.
So yeah.
When we're talking about levels, sorry, I just come back to you. But when we're talking about levels,
what just left without saying bye.
No, I didn't do that. I had a call, but if we're talking about levels, what levels did he set early on in the season? I know we're basing it on what he did back end, but at the beginning, it weren't looking great. I was getting caught on the ball at Palace.
You see, with that as well, that's fine. But I think we have to look at it overall because then I think if we then pick and choose, we can make arguments on both sides. So I think you have to just compare it as overall. What did he do last season? There's some good moments, there's some great moments, but overall, he had a very good season.
Most people didn't want him further back in it, and he obviously got better when he was further forward. So it's not his fault in terms of where they put him on the pitch. That's why like I can still know that for me he'd be better further forward, but I can only say on what I see in it, and what I see is just average. But you are right; it's hard to pick through the levels of that. But see what you're doing there, G. See how you.
I was when you guys were talking. I was looking. I was like, "This is this season. This is this season."
Hey,
let me do it now.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. So 6 games in. What we did 6 and 4.
Hold on. Let me make it a bit smaller.
Yeah, nice one. Played more minutes, obviously. Okay, all right. Goals. He's got a goal there. All right.
Open play passes completed.
There's a baller, blood.
Pretty good. Create more chances. Attempts more passes. Completes more passes. Accuracy.
Still
2%.
Long passes attempted. Accuracy better. Through balls.
We play a different style, though, man. We want to keep it tight and short.
I'm just looking at the stats. I'm not saying it. I know we play different stuff. I'm just looking at the stats, bro. Just so that we can all see it, so that we all know.
Good passes are mad still. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's
99.
100 already.
Oh, contesting more duels than Gravenberch. Okay. Fair. Gravenberch's making more tackles though, and he's taking on players a lot more.
Makes sense. All of these they make sense though.
Yeah, they kind of.
When you know the player anyway, it makes sense, man.
Oh, let me go to per 90 how it looks.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, blood. Keep scrolling. Bear Greens.
It's funny how per 90 it looks different. Look at that. See, per 90.
It's good you got 2 extra.
Zubimendi and Gravenberch.
Grav's been good, man. I beg you do one more, G.
Yeah, go on.
Just I mean, for my own sake, put CJ and Szoboszlai next to each other.
Mine say for my own sake.
Who?
CJ, yeah. Because I'm fed up with Curtis disrespect, bro. I don't like it.
Trust me.
If the stats show that,
guys, bloody
if the stats show that Curtis has been awful, just delete it.
Quickly, just click it off.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, I can't pick and choose it. I'll do it from last season.
Yeah.
And who's Szoboszlai?
Yeah.
I've seen greens. You know?
Just
greens for Szobo.
Man said, I'm seeing greens.
That's just compared to no one at the moment. That's
why. I said, I'm seeing greens. You guys have to shut your mouths. For a minute there, I was about to say, rah. So do you want per 90 or
played more games than him, though, to be fair, in it.
Barcelona got 10 more games.
Go total first and then go per 90. So do total first and go per 90.
Jesus. So goals-wise, we know that obviously Szoboszlai is going to be ahead in that regard.
15 though. He's only got one more goal. He had 15
Jerry,
shots.
I'm just here to read out the stats. That's all I'm here to read. Just here to read out the stats, bro.
Hey, passing accuracy, 91%.
Curtis's passing accuracy is always over 90, bro.
That's kind of good. I can't lie.
All right, nah, do it per 90 because right now I don't like what Curtis is looking like. Because I know, man. See, I told you.
Like...
Yeah, no, because people will be like, nah, see, told you. Like.
All right, per 90.
Okay.
In the complete option, half forward.
Curtis in the midfield was battling last season.
That's what I wanted to see.
He was battling.
That's why I thought this part here, bro, with tackles made and jewels on that, bro.
Oh,
Curtis was on that still.
Because I still think, for me, before I know everyone's now because Szoboszlai has been great this season, but I still think Curtis is the best pressure of the ball in our team. But Szoboszlai has been cold at it. I think they're both good at it.
It's a bit mad when you actually look at it. Can't even lie.
Just want to clear
we'll get Curtis back to his level.
Just want to clear his name. That's all. You know what I mean? You know the man that died in that, but you still want to clear their name, blood. I just want to clear his name.
Even with evidence, but man, they ain't gonna want to clear his name, blood. There's no that in it.
Yeah.
Still be asking for long pass and that. No, okay. Gee, have you still got it up? Sorry.
Yeah. So
can you just check in the background what his long pass accuracy is, please?
Like Curtis's.
What Curtis's long pass accuracy?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 50%, but he doesn't really.
No, but
50%. Literally, it's 50%.
Yeah, bro. He doesn't make that many long passes in it, so I knew, bro. And I watched him attempt one and fail.
Can you go total?
That's per 90.
That is per 90.
Total.
Because I want to clear his name for this one, bro.
Same again. When you say long pass, look. Yeah, still 50. It'll be
the same. Because you know why? Because he doesn't make them. So if he's made 2 and failed one of them, 50%.
Yeah, he's only attempted 24. So these are clearly, so what's that? 12.
12.
Yeah.
So the bottom has done 79. So
when he tries, he completes 1 out of 2. All right, fair enough.
Who's that for? I feel like it was Zabiri. I feel like it was.
It's definitely Zabiri. Because Zabiri wants. I feel like it was Zabiri. No, but Zabiri wants people to show certain skills for no reason, just because. Like just the game doesn't call for it. If the game doesn't call for it, it still wants you to show. Like I need to show long shots and that. Man could score 10 tap-ins and that. Like you need to show some range and that. Like we're talking about right now.
I'm like, I need to show some range. I've just scored like how many in? Nah, it's listen. Look, the way I kind of see it is like, I feel like we've got quite similar midfielders in a general sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like none of our midfielders are levels above each other, bro. They're all
like, like they're all kind of samey anyway. So so I guess that's kind of a good thing though in terms of when one comes out, the other one comes in. We're not the level is not going to drop because it's like, well, technically they're kind of all the same, right? But I guess really the only reason I wanted to do this was just purely for the Szoboszlai haters out there. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, I do blame Savage quite a lot for his, the 5-yard passing thing. Bro, you started bro. Was it came? I don't know if K-Mac's still here. He's the one who he literally put in the thing about people need to start watching his.
So if you know the 5-yard passing team made it to Sky Sports and CBS, that's how you know.
You're the one, bro. That's how bad it got. From Savage started, it went to Sky Sports.
Sky Sports, you know. To be fair, they should be giving you credit. I don't know why they're not, but still, like, I'm just not happy.
So that's funny because now you've seen his stature and the pass completion is really good, and this is why the only good thing about when I do a watch along is that you know it's not an agenda because you can watch me talk about the passing when he doesn't make it in the game, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so then it means that you're bothering me when we're in like a transition or something and your passing's off. And obviously we're not going to be in a lot of positions like that all game. So it's only going to be 2 or 3. But if the 2 or 3 winds me up that bad, that's what's happening, innit? That's and Trent does it as well, bro. Trent's passing actually is probably going to look pretty decent. And then I don't know why you're talking about Trent's passing because it's one of the best in the world. I know, but there still stinks sometimes, bro. It ain't my fault, bro. I don't make the rules, bro.
You know, the one decision making I hate. Yeah, you know when the guy offers up, he makes that run across the back line, and you just have to just lay it off. Not even like a reverse. Just lay it off into the channel he's making the run, and then he can then cross it.
Yeah.
That's the most thing that irritates me. Man, see him make the run. They're like, no, I want to chop back in because in my mind, I can whip it in the top corner. In my mind, I can little cut balls. I'm like, bro, just give the man the ball, bro, so he can put it across.
And I hate when Trent picks up the ball like between in our half, but between the goalie and the centre circle and that. And then there's a big, because everyone's low blocking against us, there's a big space to move into. And Trent stops and looks up and says, nah, I'll just send it to Diaz. Bro, for what? For what? There's no space in behind, bro.
So that's already back five.
Bro, you must get this in it. You know, sometimes when you watch a game and then Trent sends a pass, but you're like, the cameraman hasn't panned to where the person's going to be in it. So I'm always thinking, obviously somebody's standing there. Then he just goes out. I'm like, rah, there's no one even there, bro.
So who did he look up to see, bro?
I think
for a long pass, bro, you have to look up. For a long pass, you look up in it. Or, right, tactically, I know we've
Trent's
taken
on that thing now where he's like, I think he's in his head, he's like, listen, my passing level's above it. If you don't know where I'm thinking you should be, that's your problem.
Imagine if you don't know, that's your business, bro.
So, yeah, but some of it's cold, man. When he does the Gerard Torres thing, if he gets that with one of the attackers, it's over with, bro. Gerard
if we could get something like that, don't worry, honestly, I'm doing it now, innit? Just
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You see the conversation we had yesterday, and I'm not even dissing anyone. I don't care about Nunes or Jota, blood. We need a new striker, bro. I decided. I slept on it. I've had enough, bro.
Sam,
I don't care anymore, bro. I slept on it, bro.
Sam, I did as well. I actually said, because after having it, I'm like, so, bro, I heard making options and link. I'm like, no, I need a man to put the ball in the goal, blood. That's what I need right now. I need a striker.
I don't want to be in a space in my life where Havertz is better than our strikers, blood. And I like Havertz. I like Havertz, but I don't like Havertz as a striker, blood. So I don't want to be in a space where we're looking at him and he's doing striker stuff and ours ain't doing striker stuff, blood.
Nah, Ibu's the better defender still.
Yeah, technically, honestly, yeah, but
who's that?
This is last season.
Last season,
Saliba.
Look at Enz's face.
when I do it as total, I would assume that he would come out.
He plays more games. He plays every. You know what I mean?
And you know what you do, Take screenshot that and chop off the top part, and swap them in it, and just post it, and just say, "Oh, this is why Saliba's better than Konate." Watch the raps underneath it.
No, please do that. No, please.
I'm gonna leave this page up, and I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do
the raps underneath it. This is what I told you, Liverpool fans. You can't talk to him. Bloods.
You do
that, and that's how you know people are just stupid because they don't ever fact check anything, because they won't even look at this and be like, it'll only be us not here in the chat.
You got them Instagram pages that I follow a couple of them. They look cool and that the layout's cool, and it'll be like Neymar in 2000 whenever, and then Neymar here, and you look at it, you're like, raw, or they'll show some other random player. You're like, that's mad is way better than it. The first thing I do is check that shit. Blood.
Yeah, check that shit.
I'm about to screenshot it and send it to the WhatsApp groups and that. Bragging about something that never happened, bro.
Wait, he never played. Sam, he never played it.
I seen a clip yesterday. This is how you know man have gone crazy on the internet, bro. And the reason why I didn't post it anyway is because I'm like, this geezer has to be trolling. And by the way, this is not about yesterday with Nunes and that. Just think of who the man was like. Football's moved on, and I'm not having this. Darwin Nunes is way better than Thierry Henry. You can't talk to him at all, blood.
Who said that? You wanted clicks, bro. You wanted clicks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And he wasn't his channel either. But I'd like, nah, I'm not even posting this to call him a dickhead because that's what he wants, bro. He has to. Because if he actually believes that, bro.
There's no way he believes it, bro. Darwin knew way.
Darwin better, bro. Like, you can big up the player, that's fine, bro. But you don't big him up with the best player that you've seen in this league.
He's not even on the same planet, bro, as that guy, bro. It's not.
Bro. No, but the thing is, even if you thought like, but he's good, he could get to okay, that's fine. But I beg,
no, you don't say. Even I know he can't get to Henry's level. We can get him to a situation where maybe he can put the ball in the back of the net on a regular, consistent basis. But he's not.
No, I'm listening.
Jerry's about to crash out. Allow it, Jerry.
No. I'm hearing you guys. I'm here. Like I'm listening. I'm just letting you guys. Who is getting to Henry's level?
I never said anyone gets on his level.
Can we cancel the stream? Can we just end it? Darwin, Thierry Henry.
You know when you hear it.
Yesterday we spoke about him not having the basics. You're talking about a brother that had the basics on lock. That was obsessed with being the best. And
Hey, did you man hear Henri yesterday though? Did you hear him?
when you got mad,
Bro,
when he's like, don't involve me, don't involve me. He don't want to go there.
Bro.
Don't go there.
Yeah, when he said don't go there, I said, and you know when I know, like, you know when people, because I do it sometimes, I'm like, nah, don't go there, but you're smiling. These times I'm not smiling on the inside.
Nah, he weren't smiling, he weren't joking.
I'm not smiling on the inside, bro.
It's like this any youth where you're talking to me, bro. Shut up, man, and just.
Do it is. He's insecure about his time in the MLS because you know that might have happened. You know, if no one at Arsenal would have told him that, he's a bit insecure. So when man told him, "Yeah, I replaced you," still like there was me instead of you.
But I think it's the way that my man said I replaced you. Like he had a smirk on his face, looked all smug. Like
of course he would have done. Henri,
all Henri would have said. All Henri would have started going and saying is that, yeah, but I won the Euros for France and I done this for Arsenal. He's like, brother, at the MLS though, I replaced you still.
But see, even the way you're saying it, this sounds kind of like there's like a smugness like to the way you're saying it, bro. Like you got to understand someone like Henri, like we know obviously he's
Henri tried to violate him though. Henri tried to make it look like you don't know who he is.
Yeah, he did a little.
No, but obviously the
right.
context of that was that these lot were talking. These lot were talking about the whole MLS and players being better from before in comparison to now, or the players, sorry, in who are the best players in the MLS
Henri,
kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, but Henri then said to him, he's like, yeah, I don't know if you know who I am, but what do you think about that, Chris? And the guy's like, I know who you are, I replaced you. Man tried to boy him off.
I just don't think I like the way you're saying it. I think it's just the way you're saying it. I don't like it.
Nah, imagine man sitting there, bro. They were next to each other, like, scrapping them still.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean,
like, that would have been
or there's that awkwardness where man, he goes, oh,
yeah, awkwardness,
and he just airs it. You know, when they go to our next question, he's like, yeah, he's like, bro.
He's just mad. Henri just mad frustrated that Kate Abdo's gone in it.
Yeah, I feel like that's just really it, bro.
He's just pissed off.
Let him live, man. That's Kate Scott. Let's change their name, man. It's Kate Scott.
Oh, sorry, it's Kate. Oh,
yeah, you got respect her. And that, you know what I mean?
Kate Scott, sorry. So he just pissed off Malik. Malik is in the.
You should just tell her, listen. I know you got a new husband and that. Where's the meaty boxer still? So
said he's a
good trainer, though.
Bro, you don't think Henri chopped it on a little sliding, bro?
Nah, man. Listen, respect the women, feminist savages there, but respect her, man. She didn't get.
Nah, I don't want to hear it. Gagan Deep's asking
Malik Scott, ain't Malik Scott the one that started to train Deontay Wilder because Wilder mashed him up, bro?
Is that? Oh, is it? I didn't know. But a quick question, just randomly. When is the Dubois Joshua fight?
29th, 27th?
Next week.
All I know is I'm fed up with the advert to this fight.
Yeah,
bro, I'm so fed up with that. That's why I'm asking.
They already fought as well, bro. I'm like,
you see, that's
what was Joshua singing in that advert?
Joshua's singing.
Have you not seen it? He's pretending to be like Terminator.
There's two of them that are singing.
No, I've just seen it keeps popping up, but I just moved.
And there's the one when he's on the thingy when it starts. I think it's a guy Richard on it, like it's a movie, and it starts off him bleeding on the floor. And I'm like, get up,
yeah, that one, and he's singing. What song was
it? Yeah, but allow it, man.
I can't see why. Like, this ain't even like a. I don't know. Like, I just feel it's gonna look joke.
Shit fight, man.
I didn't want to say because I'm not a boxing connoisseur like that. I don't know.
Dubois looks like Dubois. You can't really like. He's like an animal. Like you can't knock him out. Like there's
I want Dubois to beat him up still. I want him to beat him up.
But that's why it is. I think you see like with a Dubois.
I feel like Joshua
the only time I've seen Dubois get rocked was when he, when his orbital broke.
The
nerve pain when he just like he weren't even knocked out anything, but you just had to take a knee because of the pain. Like it was just one of them ones where I'm finished. Apart from that, I've never seen Dubois look cooked. He just looks like the same way. Yeah, I mean that same look, that same like empty look he's got. You have that empty look.
You're empty behind the eyes and that like.
Yeah, and those are the fighters where it's like Joshua, you better not start overthinking this fight, trying to think, I'm gonna try out box this brother because his brother's gonna keep coming. And the brother's gonna
shake off that insecurity he's got, man. He's got a whole boxing insecurity, Joshua blood. He lives his whole life trying to prove something, blood. But shut up, man. Fed up of him hearing talk, bro. Talking
about Watford.
Man.
Bad man area.
He was in a gang and that.
Bro, every now and again, he has to let us know that I was on the road, No one cares, blood. Shut up when you're on the road, man.
Man got speaking about a brother who
got a write up from the feds. Man got a write up from the feds for some weed.
On a normal fight,
in the boxing ring. I've seen AJ run up in that uni block and try to talk to man, blood. I'll say I don't give a shit, blood. In the boxing, he'll mash me up. for a real fight, I'll kick his shins off so quickly. You don't got time for someone that big to try and talk to me. Look.
Yeah, no, it's true. But I see someone that big coming up towards me looking for a fight, I'm definitely kicking you in the shins, bro. Like,
yeah, his hands are huge,
definitely.
but I ain't trying to see that. Blood.
Yeah, no. Bro, that would be peak. All right, we'll close it out. Couple of questions you guys have thrown in. G, what is your view of Szoboszlai playing deeper? Jamie mentioned it, but I'm not sure. Don't know what Jamie said, but I will go with. I think we were talking about it there about potentially swapping Szoboszlai and Gravenberch and putting Gravenberch maybe further forward to try him out. Obviously, according to the stats. So I don't know. Listen, but even still, this kind of hybrid role that his slot seems to have with like all the midfielders, where they're not actually playing in this one position, they're doing 10 other jobs. Listen, let's wait and see, man. I'm not going to say no to it. Like if I see it,
I think we should just play a triple pivot, blood, and have no 10, blood.
Bro, you don't like that triple pivot, and then maybe triple pivot with Jota being like a 10/9.
9-10. Yeah. I'm on that still,
bro. Literally, I think that will work because we've. What did someone say? Someone said something so dumb the other day. They were like inverted centre back. I started busting up.
No.
Like, how can you be an inverted centre back? Have you already played?
Have you seen the new name for the fullbacks now?
What is it?
Fullback.
Fullback.
I'm not fullback.
And on FIFA, you can now like on FC25. I saw it. They're like, yeah, now you can make your right backs and your left backs become fullbacks. What are you talking about?
Fullback. What is a fullback? I'm sorry. What?
This is long, bro. So I'm gonna have to learn a new terminology.
Fullback sounds crazy, blood. I ain't never using that term.
You say that, but then I'm seeing man, and this is how I know man play, and I play a lot of Football Manager, but even I don't use this. Yeah, man was trying to explain to on Twitter the other day.
Is it register?
Like, no, not even a register one, but that's one I do see quite a lot. To be fair, man was trying to explain. I can't remember what player it was. It might have been Barella actually, and they were like, yeah, well, you see when the Mazzala is in. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna need you to go back and explain to everybody what a Mazzala is. I know that you don't know, bro, because I don't know what the fuck that is on Football Manager. I don't even use that position, bro.
I can't stand it, bro.
Mazzala, bro.
I can't stand it, bro. Because even when thingy, man, sometimes when Albert's talking and that, he'll just start using. I know what he's talking about for NFL terms and that, but he's like, yeah, because when he's playing halfback in it and he's playing quarterback and that, I'm like, bro, we ain't got no Patrick Mahomes on our team, blood. What are you talking about? Right back, bro.
What the fuck is
attacking midfielder, but he drops into an 8, innit? That's the
yeah. Trent, like today, he's playing he's a running back. Like,
it's an F, bro. I don't know why man want to speak in FM terms, bro. Just tell man he's an 8 or hybrid of an 8, but plays.
Like make it like okay. Tactical, but
like, not everyone plays FM like that, bro.
Exactly, bro. And Tacticals out there, if you guys are watching, please stop thinking by using all of these stupid big words, adjectives, nouns, whatever, when you're trying to explain the most basic thing, makes you sound like you are smarter than everybody else. Because I promise you, if your audience is the 17-year-old who doesn't have a clue, I promise you they're just going to look at you like a madman. Bro, speak in simple terms so that people get what you're saying. Because I don't need you to sit there and be like, as I said, the Mazzala and the register, when he's playing there, then the fullback is going to make that run. See, now we're just doing a madness. What do you mean? Fullback.
Fullback sounds like talking about horse racing.
It doesn't even sound like you talk about football. Like,
I don't know what you just said, blood. I just heard words, and I'm like,
but ends, I promise you, fake back. This is what I'm saying. See, look, now we're this. I'm gonna start because I know people are there. They're trying to use like I think it was Mazzala is like an Italian word, right? I'm gonna start finding some Latin words and I'm gonna start trying to use them and just throw them into the mix of conversations and just see if it sticks. I'm gonna start doing that soon. Still,
man said he's playing a forward parabellum and that blood.
No. When someone start asking, "What's that?" Oh, you don't know. You're so average. Like, how do you not know?
It's gonna be horrible, man. Man, I'm gonna start playing defensive centre forwards and that. I can't.
Hold on, let me find an Italian.
That's what Kane plays, though. To be fair, bro.
Kane plays in the false 4 blood. Do you know what he knows? Like Harry Kane pisses me off for England, bro. I swear. Every time in the Euros, every time man looked up to play the pass, Kane was next to them. That's raw.
No, bro, the day when he was that left back, that's when I had enough. I was like,
Yeah, bro.
Like,
One thing I'll say for Kane, though, I swear, if he's because he's not that fast anyway. If he wanted to continue his career and he couldn't play up front, this guy can pass the ball anywhere, bro. Passing's cold.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can still. Oh, let me see. I just saw another dumb word, but if I just said it, you wouldn't even know what it meant.
False keeper.
No, false keeper will definitely be something that some people will use. I know that.
Where's he standing, bro? I don't understand. Where's the false keeper?
Like, false keeper's definitely Onana blood. His false blood. That's
yeah. You know them type of goalies that you're like, yeah.
Onana's had 2 clean sheets though, and did he play in the 7-0 Barnsley game?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Manchester United fans. I know you won 7-0, yeah, and cool, but there's no way that you can do the prop of you got to beat what's in front of you. Like you can say that obviously because you have to just beat them anyway to get to the next round. But I promise you, don't be happy. Stop telling people about stop bigging it up. Like I promise you, it's probably even more embarrassing that you won 7-0 than it is that you didn't. Because the reality is you beat a team like Barnsley 7-0. But we know when you come to play in the Premier League and you're losing to Bournemouth and that,
they got
we know
Palace
do.
so,
oh, Jesus Christ. Well, we know where that's probably going to head.
Remember the last Palace game they played last season, bro, was horrible. They got torn apart by SA Blood.
Bro.
Bro.
Just keep quiet. Let your team just keep winning and whatever. Yeah, good game. Boom, boom, boom. Saw this, blah, blah, blah. We move. But the way that these lot are talking, like, you'd think it was like they beat Liverpool 7-0. So imagine what our victory against them, it must be like then. If they're bigging up that victory, that's crazy.
Them kind of games against Barnsley that you win 7-0, you do like post-match thing. You're happy that you win, and then I don't talk about it the day after again.
Bro, you know what man was trying to say? They were trying to use Garnacho because he's got 7 GA. Obviously, I don't know how many goals and assists he's got in that game.
Even Rashford scored in that game as well, isn't it?
Oh, Rashford. Okay, cool. Rashford scored in that game as well. They were trying to use Garnacho and Lamine Yamal. They were like, one they call a star boy, the other one they call a flop. I said, what? I was so confused. I was like, what? You mean the guy who just finished winning the Euros? That guy?
A big part to play in Spain.
Don't be trying to compare any young youths to Lamel still. Just let him live, blood. It's the guy.
But even then, I was like, but Garnacho? All right, fair. You know what? Man United fans, you do you.
That's what I said. GA is the only thing they compare, bro. They don't compare football. They just...
Yeah, no, they can't. Jaw. That sounds... Okay. Who do you guys think slot will rotate for Szobo with Elliott out? Who's even available?
Jones.
Jones. No, but okay, if you...
Because I don't think what they're thinking is like everyone in the midfield will change. Yeah. So you could just move McAllister there and then put Jones and McAllister.
Or Endo.
Do you know what I mean? Or Endo somewhere and then grab him. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean the other two comes out as well.
Yeah. Okay, first. Honestly, asking a question for the Mandem. If we go back for Zubimendi and Jan and grab Dom McAllister, I think we answered this, are cooking, do you then put Zubimendi just because of how good he is, or is there a need to hold bench?
If you buy him, it means that you see a position in the team you need. So
we're still got players. You ship it in the team, but still got players where in if he's not good enough at the time, still you want to have a whole team.
Yeah, the manager buys him. That means it's his guy in it. He won. So
I seen the thing today that I can't remember who Liverpool played on the 18th game. It was 0-0, I think, but they played Rio blood. Broski, he come off the bench, rotted blood. He sent someone, bro. 10 seconds, he sent someone.
He was moving warm still. Did
you see this first game? The man, he had to look at you because you tried to break him up. I said, yo, this man just draws players to him, bro. They just want to foul him, bro. They're like, nah, allow this.
He's going to be that type of player you can tell when he gets older. Like the Hazards and, you know, them guys where you have to just foul him. Otherwise, you're not getting the ball off him. It's long.
Yeah, seriously.
Long. Did you man watch Bartesis yesterday? If you did, what do you think?
He was getting so pissed. He's getting so pissed.
Bro, I didn't get the midfield. Like I was saying this to Jerry when we were talking earlier on, yeah. The problem with I felt his performance was that One, I didn't get why you didn't play LDG, whatever the midfielder, defensive midfielder. Why you didn't play him? You played Bajcetic and Bobby Clark in the midfield.
He chose the wrong team. He
I
chose
was like, what? First of all, Clark stunk super stunk. I saw. I went on to Salzburg's like YouTube channel, and obviously I was like, okay, let me see what the fans actually say about these guys. Bro, one comment said, "Why did we have to sign this Bobby guy? Like he is absolutely dog shit." I was just like, right, okay, fairs.
Hold on, hold on, did you watch the whole game?
Only extended highlights. So extended highlights are like 23 minutes.
Yeah, I was watching the
So Klopp was that bad.
That's what they were saying. To be fair, in the game, he was bad in my opinion, but it almost got a little bit better when what's his name? Garner Doof. I don't know how you pronounce it, but him when he came on and then they moved by Chechich, it just got a little bit better.
That was the worst thing for Clark, is because he came on for Clark.
Like,
the fact that he came on for Clark and then the game got better is why he looked worse for Clark. He wasn't very good. He wasn't one of the performances like, nah, this guy shouldn't even play for us, but he wasn't very good. And Bajcetic to do bare running, but there was a goal where they're like
Lucas Garner.
The geezer sent the keeper, and then obviously Bajcetic ran from far, to try and slide tackle this guy, but he sent both geezers the other way and just tapped it in. I was like, yes.
But to be fair, you know what?
Learning curves, though, isn't it? Learning curves, man. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what
learning curves. Football, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to learn, bro.
And Salzburg, by the way, are not a good team like that. Like, I hope people understand they're not actually a good team.
No. Champions League is, that you're looking at them as one of the teams that ain't gonna make it to the next round. They might not even make it to the playoff thing, but so if they do, that's a big thing. But in the league is where you probably need to watch them and that. Bro. That's good, man. Straight into the Champions League, baptism of fire, and that's what you want for him. Obviously, Clark's their player, isn't it? So I don't care.
For real.
More football he's playing.
Exactly.
Good, man. Good.
No, it's true. And last question. This is for you three. Start off with ends. What's your PR for the squat?
What's my PR for what?
Squat. You said he just said for the squat. That's he should say PB, not PR.
Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, I don't think he meant PR, but PB still.
I haven't done squat. I haven't done any squatting in the gym, bro. Sounds a bit whitish still, but
I'm not gonna lie. Being 6'4" and squatting is like,
bro,
it's tough. Like, so no, mine's probably like.
So the man that not squat is
I've done that 2 bills in it. I ain't going for. Just whatever your personal best was ever. Like, doesn't have to be right now. I've done that 2 bills before, but I ain't doing more than I'm not going 300-400 kg on my knees.
Why would you do that anyway, bro?
Man, do that,
For what reason?
For what reation? Yeah,
what are we doing? 5 bills.
No. 5 plates on each side is the most I've ever tried, bro. And I failed on that. Okay. So 4 plates and a 10 is the most I've done on each side. Okay. That's for like 5 reps. But yeah, man, I ain't been back to. I ain't squatted in about 2 years, bro. And I refused.
There's no point, bro. There's actually no point.
Nah, it's always no point for me, blood.
So do you guys? So you think it's no point? It's fair. Okay, fair.
You just think.
Why do you say no point?
You can do squatting without the weights, bro. Just
you can get the same. Out. Yeah, bro. That's what it is, man. If you started off in the gym and that, just find out the other alternative to that exercise. But if you don't need to do it, just do leg press. You don't need to do it.
Get the hamstrings right, man, and the quads right.
Yeah, man. And there's too much to think about when you're squatting as well, man. If your lower back goes when you're squatting, it's over with, bro.
You know what's crazy? My boys did his lower.
Yeah, mine's still
Is that what the guy did in the gym with Jerry, bro? Man, nearly lost a part of his back.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It sounds like you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Probably sounds like the same thing. But one of my boys.
Yeah. That's how I pull mine on the.
I'm not even gonna say his name
on the deadlift, but when I was squatting, it mashed me up as well. And the thing is, it's worse for me in it because I know it sounds childish and that, but I don't want man spotting me on the squat in it. So I just.
No, it's childish, bro. No, there should never be a man.
No, but obviously
that's childish. Still,
no, it is childish. It is childish.
It's definitely childish, bro.
You have to choose between dying on the squat or have a man like help you
What?
Just don't do
what?
Yeah, because when my brethren's there, he just stands at the side, innit? And where the bar is.
How's that helping you? Him standing on the side?
No, it's not because he's not spotting me to help me. He's spotting me just so if I fail, he can just dash the weight, innit? But at least if he's at the side, he can lift it up and I can try and dodge it. but I can't because
So you're gonna do bare gymnastics.
Yeah, because obviously when I've, you know what I mean, you spot girls on that blood, and you have to do the you all right if I spot you like this, and they're like yeah, but like don't come too close, Carl, I might go off. You get me? So that's. But man,
because if the man and you brush it, I'll throw the weights, bro.
But you know, throwing the weight. Did you not hear I said 4 plates and a 10 blood. You know how heavy it is. A man, if try to throw the weight, you break your arm and your back blood.
In any moments of discomfort like that, you are throwing the weights, man.
I think the worst thing is because obviously if you got a man spot, he doesn't to spot the man properly. He almost has to do the movement with you in it. Man ain't trying to catch the wide up.
Catch yourself in the mirror.
What, getting spotted in the squat thing?
No, catch a man in the mirror. What, both?
No, because you know, when you do powerlifting tournaments and that, there's spotters. There's 2 spotters and they're on each side of the bar and they're not behind you, bro. So in the gym, I'm like, I don't even let man, bro. Even with the bench press and that, blood, you almost have to do the awkward stance from the side because you're not having your cock on my head, blood. Fuck that.
Every time I'm looking up, nah, bro, man, that. That's why when you're in the gym.
No, the man are childish because these things are going to help you, you know. These things actually will help in a moment of danger, bro.
When you're in the gym, lift what you should be lifting, bro.
Even
in the extreme, don't do do more reps, bro. Don't be like, I need to put 5 plates either. No, because you don't need a man standing over you like that, bro. That's just mad.
You know how emasculating it is, bro. You know, bro.
Put the plates on that you can do yourself. Rep it out, get more reps in there. You know what I mean? Instead of going, let me just do 5 just because you want to look strong. Let me do 5.
On another note, have you guys seen the video? Have you seen the video of the brother when he's squatting? I think it was in Thailand or whatever. And the guy didn't spot him correctly, and man just emmed himself. It was over.
Yeah.
The spot was crazy. The man didn't want to squat with him like that. He didn't want to get low. All of a sudden, man can't get up. Lands on his neck.
You have to remember, like, once that ball lands on man as well, the guy who's spotting it, he can't pick up that much weight.
Can't pick up that weight.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the one with the I shouldn't laugh, but the black dude doing bench press here? Man got R&B on and not with his top off. He's 4 plates, and he can't lift it off his neck, and he's struggling for time. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, am I just gonna watch this dude die, blood? I'm just gonna watch this whole clip. And I went to the comment section. Everyone's just like, yeah, we all just really watched this man nearly die. We don't even know what happened after this video. Like,
I've seen enough ones. I've seen even that during COVID when man were doing shoulder press. You know, everyone was perching, flipping dumbbells and that. Man didn't screw on. Man didn't screw on.
Rookie mistakes, bro.
Man lift up. It was mad heavy. All of a sudden, those metal plates were licking him on his head.
Big up Real McCoy, by the way. Love for the super chat. Any midfielder comes in Jan, buy rubbish. Buy rubbish. That's a bit. Heartless.
Buy rubbish Jones, man. That's what man said.
Oh, Jerry, you still running?
Super chat, man. But we just, you know what I mean.
Yeah, big up for the super chat. I hear it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I need a goal. You know, when I had my goal.
Yeah, you were saying in the beginning.
So now,
I want to hear it. That's exactly what I feel. But
yes, I need to do. I'm trying to do high rocks still. Once I get my high rocks, but I'm running again, bro. And I'm Goggins in up.
Hey, G, you saw the video I sent you, innit?
Yeah. No,
that's what I'm saying. That's what man was fighting with the fence, trying to do the kickouts.
That's crazy, man. I seen Goggins talk about man was doing the workout in the gym, the 500 workout. So what? Man's like, I'll do 500 reps and then the rest is still holding the weights. Big man. Of course, you know I'm gonna try it, blood. He didn't work out for me, blood. So he didn't work out for me at all, bro. Got to like 120 reps and I said, nah. This ain't it. 500. That's a different willpower still.
You have to clear your mind completely, bro, and just.
Yeah, because he said
there's no level of clearing your mind.
Now you have to go somewhere else. No, you have. You know, sometimes you're in the gym, can't do the extra 10. Clear your mind, bro.
You can't imagine though the way he's explained to do the exercise. He said get a weight that you can do 500 reps for. How the fuck do I know what I can do 500 reps for? I've never done it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
Because it takes practice, Sam. You have to just practice it and see which one.
That's a serious guy, man. Them man doing 27 marathons in 27 days and that. Them crackheads, their blood and that. And he's harder.
That's different level of crack for no reason, bro. Why?
Yo.
Why 27 marathons in 27? Why?
Happens, man. Some man just get to the point where you just want to push and see what your body can do no matter what, innit? But
For what reasons?
now you hear
about when people say, "Oh, push your body to the limit." I sit there and think to myself, why would you want to push your body to a limit?
Yeah, because the limit is death, bro. That's
like,
the limit.
Why would you? I don't get that. Like in my mind, that doesn't even like. I'm not Goku. I'm not trying to test myself against all the strongest fighters in the world, bro. Like I just need to do what I need to do, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. You still both saying that, but bet you any money, bro. Start doing something again, yeah, that you enjoy, and watch what happens, bro. That's what's gonna happen.
It will only be football. I guarantee it will only be football, bro.
Yeah,
because you know what it is, bro. Humans naturally, innit? Like I'm telling you, bro. The journey is way better than destination, bro. Whatever you set yourself, once you get there,
you're
like
on the Klopp stuff, yeah. You're on that.
No, once you go, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You did get
Hey, you're on the Klopp stuff, savage, bro. You're telling man about destination and that. Like.
No, the modern day man, them, yeah. Because they just want everything. These men are the man that simulate FM, simulate FIFA seasons. Simulate
I don't do that. I can never.
Just to see the end of a series instead of just watching the journey as it goes along.
Like for example, yeah, do it on a basic level, innit? Man, them trying to get to 1 million subscribers. Yeah. And I know some people who have already got there. And okay, on the way there, these men were grinding, having fun, doing all these different videos and that, bro. Oh my God, I'm on 900 and they're nearly there. Bro, once they get there, after that day when they're like, yeah, we got 2 million subscribers, bro, watch their face after, bro. Just don't know what to do with themselves. Like, so guess the goal's 2 million. All of a sudden, the YouTube channel inactive for 6 months.
Yeah. I always see that. No, you know what? You're actually right. You know, people who usually get up to these like millions, they never post like frequently. It's always like random 1 in 3 months.
That's what happens, bro. It's like you have to keep setting yourself stuff, and then you just move on from there, man. It's always going to be like that as well.
I said 500 reps of 1.25 kg. Yeah, but maybe that's what
you can't. Bro, I promise you. You see that 1.2, bro? That starts getting heavy around 300, bro.
Okay,
you stop burning.
That start will feel heavy.
I was doing when me and Ents did the when we tried to help these fat lazy fuckers who didn't want to help in that blood. So I was doing 100 burpees a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it fucking killed. It fucking killed. I was just doing it and that, bro. I was like, yeah. This is one thing I'm telling man to do, and I already train in that. So these man should have just listened to me. They would all be in shape by now, but nope. It's fine.
You want to do it, bro. 100 burpees a day, bro. And it doesn't mean you have to do it in one setting. You can do it through the day, bro. 10 here, 10 down there, 10 just randomly, bro.
We just try to make it as simple as possible, bro. Remember, these men are coming from not doing any training, so it's going to be hard in that. But clearly, you've got to, you know what I mean? When it starts to get easy, then don't stop at that. Just add an extra 50 on and keep going. But man, them wanted to be lazy, blood. Inside the Discord, and these man lasted in the Discord about 2.5 months, bro, before he went inactive.
Yeah.
Wait, but I guess these kind of things, they especially in the YouTube kind of game, man. You know, these things it's always like that. Like, man, will start something, don't finish this, or go inactive for that. That's a sled pushing.
Nah,
never done
I don't. I do that exercise with that, but I don't count weights on that, blood. I just throw them on, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I tell myself crazy, bro. Girl do that, bro. Everything's a PB, bro. All these girls on my Instagram.
I was gonna say. I feel like when people say that, I'm like,
I'm like, say that. So basically, what you're telling me is you could have lifted more and you chose not to. So now every day you got a PB, but just add the weight on.
Because every day you'd have to change it, bro. Because you have.
Bro, if someone's hitting a personal best every day, then you're cheating yourself, blood. Because clearly,
that doesn't make sense. You can't be hitting it every single day. Like,
It's always for me. It's more reps than anything. Than the heavier the weights.
Yeah.
Do more reps, bro. Put more reps in, and you see it's a lot more harder than you lifting.
I agree. I'm not impressed by like the stuff that I train on in the gym. I'm not impressed by anybody doing it, bro. It doesn't impress me. That's why when people always first thing people ask you when you train is how much do you bench it or something like that. I'm like, I don't know, and I don't care, blood. Like. I'm more impressed by like calisthenic stuff and that when man are doing some mad shit, bro. I'm more impressed by that. Yeah. Or when I go to like the CrossFit Championships and that, and I'm watching the girl them doing like the thing in the big toss with the big weight, and I'm on that, bro. That's cold.
Yeah, you should try Harrocks. You should have a look at Harrocks, man. I think you'll enjoy it.
I know what that is. Yeah. I ain't tried it though.
No. Obviously you got to like book and that, but I think you'll enjoy it. It's that whole type of thing. You got a 1K run. Then you got the ski erg, then you got another 1K run, then you got farmer's carry, another 1K run.
Yeah, some ginger don that I'll speak to from.
Sounds like death.
I know, G. Man said, nah, not me.
That sounded like
They're the ones that
pure
they're the ones you have to tap in, man. Tap in when you're doing them. They're
Yeah,
good
you
though.
have to be mentally strong. Goggins settings, bro. Told you, bro.
And
You have to
they're
be
the ones that you're
outside in the
completing
rain.
and you want to do it again. You heard what Jerry was like after he finished the marathon. Man was mash up and that, talking about bleeding and all that. And he's like, what you do? I can't wait to run again. I'm like, hey, run again. Yo, go rest or something, blood. But that's what happens, isn't it? And you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go again, bro.
The thing is, you got to capitalize on that, because as soon as you start to like just not do it, now you know the pain. Yeah, you know, if someone told me now run a marathon, bruv, I'm like, what are you talking about? You think I'm gonna run a marathon?
Nah, I hear it, but that's why y'all don't only knock out babies like back to back, innit? Because they ain't trying to hear that. Like, oh, I have to give birth.
Yeah, especially after like a long period of time. Yeah, they're not trying to. They don't want to anyway. They don't want to if they can help it. But guys, let's call it here. Big up to the man there, man. That was we spoke about the gym, man's PB, Szoboszlai, midfielders. We spoke about a lot today, man. It was a good conversation this afternoon, man. I loved it. And we got popping for the peeps, guys. Football with ends. Make sure you head on over there.
Review tomorrow lunchtime. Call-in show after the game. That's all I've got, bro. I need to do something for the members. So I'm gonna do a members video, but it's gonna be a live one. It won't be a pre-recorded one, but I'll just make it only for the members. Just whatever in it. Might do a little Q&A. I think it's just better for the members instead of just a video to watch, so we can interact and have a little vibe, man.
You heard it here first. Savage talks football. Before I even ask you that, Savage, when is the Vince McMahon doc? When is it out?
Oh, I've got it written down somewhere, man. It's soon though.
From what Ish was telling me about Vince McMahon was making man eat shit and all that, I said, right, I didn't know all of that. Like,
yeah, but he was doing that on TV, blood.
I don't care where you're doing it. It's the fact that you're doing it is the problem, bro. Like, like doing it on TV just probably makes it worse.
It's next week, 25th.
25th. I thought it was the 25th. Okay, because I saw it on Netflix. I just didn't know. I couldn't see the yeah, bro. I'd love to know this. What is it going to be? What is it? Story about him? Yeah.
It's a six-part documentary. They've done him over a little bit still, because when he's in the documentary himself and they're talking, but when they first started making it, it wasn't about all the madness what's happened over the last couple of months. It was just a documentary on Vince and the business. But since then, obviously the allegations came out from the gal, and so they've added that on now.
So they set him up. They tried to make it feel like they're trying to big up his life.
Not so much. It was like they recorded it, and then when they were gonna make the documentary just based on his life, the allegations come out and they cancelled the documentary. Well, just cancelled it. And then obviously they own the rights to what they've recorded already in it. So then I was like, you know what? Might as well just pull it out, add some of the scandal stuff on it, and make it the rise and fall of Vince instead of just Vince McMahon. So
okay.
But I don't know. I've delved into the paperwork and that still. I'm sure the document, but yeah, I mean my views on it are
Savage, is it true? Yeah, is it true that he made someone eat his feces?
I can't confirm or deny that, blood. I just
fuck.
You know what I mean? I can't confirm or deny it, bro. All I know is that I read the paperwork and that, bro, intensively, bro. And I'm trying to find what's illegal in there, blood. Freaky shit in there, nasty shit in there, but I don't know what.
Is it freaky? Like, did he freaky or?
No, he weren't doing it. Well, he weren't doing no gay shit.
Okay. No, but you said freaky. I'm just saying. You know what I mean, like, it's so coincidental that Vince McMahon did he? Yeah.
Was the audio real from him?
The Meat Milton.
Yeah, was that real?
Up until now, there was just the video. No, because now they got the security guard. Now you got the guy who said he recorded it. So
yeah.
So I guess it's.
To be honest, I mean, I couldn't see why it wouldn't. Yeah.
Have you heard the audio, Tito? The audio is crazy.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I can't see why it wouldn't. Like,
now, you know
you're
what?
making me think, was it not real? Like, did I?
At the beginning, I didn't think it was real, bro, because I was just like, someone just put the video out. There was no guy behind it. There was no guy talking about it. But now, since the things happened again, the guy who recorded it, his ex-security guard's like, "Yo, this was blah blah blah. I was gonna hold on to it so he could pay me some money." And I'm like, "Okay, that actually sounds."
I said, I'm gonna blackmail you for these type of
yeah, you literally said it on the thing.
Can you imagine?
The way he was talking on the video, like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I went up to I put my ear to the wall and I heard some madness, so I recorded it. I was going to fleece my money in that, but it didn't work out. I was like, that actually kind of.
Like, yeah, so I did listen. And what?
Do you man think these men have signed a new contract before we head out?
Who did it?
No, Trent and Virg.
Oh, listen, Diddy's a different story. No, not yet.
But, obviously, I saw when they were doing the insider training, but it's not. I don't think he's out yet. But you know, like the Liverpool Instagram page, it was showing the man them being back in and getting ready for the game for Bournemouth. And then Virg was in his full kit. I see him walking up the stairs in his full kit. Now I've seen one with Trent in his full kit. So I don't know, but everyone else was in their training gear.
So
he was like,
what you basically saying is you didn't see Salah walking up in his full kit.
If that's what I'm waiting. If I see
you
Salah,
got a smile on your face. What are you smiling for? But you think it's funny?
I said, you think it's funny? Like you're not taking this?
No, if I see Salah, then I think yeah.
What would you do if Liverpool try to spin it and we're like, you thought we're making no signings, and all of a sudden you see them three line up at Anfield, like old school, baggy jeans, scarf over at Anfield? Would you guys be happy? They're staying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be happy if they stay.
At this point, just get the fuck out, man.
I ain't gonna lie though, I kind of want to see Trent at Real Madrid, so I don't mind if Trent leaves still. But the rest can stay.
I want
to see Trent at Real Madrid, all right? Let me live, bro.
Well, yeah, that's the two I've seen. I haven't seen anyone else. I'll double check anyway. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, why? But I thought maybe he's just doing media stuff.
Yeah, maybe he's just doing. I don't know.
Maybe they're doing the team photo, innit? Could be team photo as well.
Has that not come out yet?
Probably not. I think they normally do it.
You know, you might be good because I only just saw Arsenal's one the other day.
So maybe they were doing the team photos, innit?
Honestly, saying it's for the club photo.
Okay.
They've all been said. Yeah, they've all been seen with full kit. It's just for the new team. For yeah, okay, so you're right. Yeah, it's probably just look at you, right here trying to spread misinformation and that.
Man said
I gave you more than one, blood. I gave you a couple still.
Big up Jerry as well. Love for joining in. And said it yesterday, man. The people are asking. They're asking for you to come back, my bro. They're waiting. At this point, if you don't come back, or you try to come back too late, you're gonna be like that signing that we didn't really need, but we have now.
Bro.
Don't be Gakpo.
You still the thing is you still ended up appreciating him. You see like Konate. Konate came. Yeah, I mean, came too late. But now better than Saliba. That's what you're telling me. He's better than
Saliba. That's what the stat says, blood. That's what the stat says.
But G, I heard what you said, you know, about don't be Gakpo. Allow it, man.
No, I'm just saying, just don't be like I don't want him to be Gakpo. That's the point. I don't want him to be Gakpo. I want him to be Thiago. You know, when we sat in Thiago, everyone was like,
what? And then I'm out.
What?
I'll do one streaming and I'm not available.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay. Maybe you can be. It's a bit hard because Liverpool do not sign players of this ilk, so it's difficult. Maybe you can be like a Suarez, man. You did your thing in another country.
For the racist.
I don't mind. I ain't getting cancelled. Wow. I ain't getting cancelled like Mr.
Like shits and gigs in that, like you ain't cancelled like that, man.
The gigglers in it.
The gigglers in that.
Yeah, Ends, come and get your boys, man. Shits and gigs, bro. Tell them to fix up.
Gigglegate.
Ends, you know you got worse after we left. You got worse after we watched the thingy.
What do you mean you got worse?
They deleted 100 episodes.
They deleted 100. They deleted 100 episodes, right?
Bro, they are the worst. Do you know what it is?
I'll talk about off the thing.
Oh,
let me even close out. Let me close
that whole thing.
Let me close out.
Yeah. Big up, guys. Like I said, Ends. He's got the preview tomorrow. Savage Talks Football. It's all on my feature channel list. Jerry's channel is on my feature channel list as well. So, guys, make sure you go and subscribe. We'll catch you guys, I guess, tomorrow midday for the Ends preview. Peace.